Oh, but I mean, Mike, what heck? Ah, I'm not on the Reddit. No. Wait, I lied. I did expose myself. I didn't see any spoilers. No, I don't worry. I'm about to defend myself. Don't worry. I didn't see any spoilers. Don't worry. I have the thing open, but I haven't looked at anything yet. Okay, look. Let me mimic what I looked up. Hey, cool. Look, I type LO2M. Got Leia. Artwork. I'm going to images. I'm about to show you guys exactly what I did. Hey, hold on, look, watch. I'm about to show you why. Certain show, have you watched? I know I haven't. I know. Dude, I was watching Critical Role username, man. It was 4.5 hours long, man. I'm just uploading a video right now, my reaction on that. But because it was like 4.5 hours. Now close this shit. You could have asked Milosh for the images. Look, I'm about to show you. This is what I did. I'm like, okay, I need artwork for the thumbnail, and I'm not looking at anything. This is what I do. I'm not looking at any images. I usually look at the first result. That's it. That's all I do. I never look at, I haven't even looked at anything down here. So if there's a spoiler here, I wouldn't know. I've trained my eyes to only look at the first picture. But sometimes I accidentally look a little bit lower. So I look down, I'm like, okay, that's safe. Don't worry, I'm not looking. I don't know what's down here. So I'm showing you guys. I can't. Well, look, this is it. I looked at this. 69 for unknown viewers. Dude, thank you. So I clicked on Cat Leia. Dude, thank you so much. You said you were from the Philippines, right? So this is it. This is all I saw. I'm like, whoa, what the bunny outfit? I'm like, and then I saw the art. I'm like, yo, this shit is official. That's it. And then I scrolled down and I saw more. I was like, wow. I was like, spicy stuff. And then I'm like, whoa. And that's it. And that's all I know. That's all I looked at. And then when we were talking about it on the Discord, you guys were sending all these bunny outfits. So this is all I did. What if you search a character name and it autocompletes? I never look at that. I never look at that. Unknown, holy shit, dude. Freeze, dude. Thank you, man. Yo, you guys gotta chill. Unknown, you gotta chill. You gotta chill. That's crazy. Damn, that's like 3 streams in a row. Unknown. No, look, I'm telling you, bro. Immediately found the. I know. Hey, dude, that's it. Yeah, and look, whenever I search anything up, I don't look at the results. I always type with my eyes closed. So look, I went. It's not official. There's just one game making AI. There's just one. Dude, that guy need to make more. That's all I'm gonna say. He need to make more. So look, this is all I did. No, I didn't get spoiled. I went on LOTM. And I just typed LOTM bunny outfits, and I only looked at the images, and that's it. And I haven't opened anything. That's it. I've only looked at the pictures you guys have sent on the Discord, and that's it. So whatever's here, let me close it before we resumed. Let me switch over here. So my question is, we don't have to do it. We can go straight into the reading. But my question is, should we do a tier list on all the bunny outfits or not? Why not just ask? Well, no, you guys have, everybody already sent it on the Discord. I know. So it was on impulse, man. I saw the bunny outfits and it was like an impulse, man. It took over me. I'm like, oh my god. It's like I need to see everything that's available. I need to see all the bunny girl outfits. It's like I need to look at all of them. Don't do that, please. Yeah, do it. So so I don't get spoiled on the Reddit. If you guys want, just send it on the artwork section, because I know you guys put it on the general. I know I saw it on general, but if you guys please do it easy. Yeah, that's called. No, I wasn't. No, I like the bunny outfits. It looked cool. Let Cammy collect it. I'll let Cammy collect it. I'll let you collect it if you want. It's okay, no pressure. I ain't doing that. If you want, ask someone else. Look, if any of you guys are in the Discord, and if you want to send all the buddy outfits that you guys found on Reddit, send it my way. If not, we'll just read. Just let me just eat a few chips, because I haven't ate yet. Yeah, if not, we can go straight into the reading. Kevin, please do it. I will give 25 gifted, then in your name. Well, no. Don't be pressured to do that. Oh shit. I just saw the artwork Milosh sent on Dragon Audrey. What the fuck? Oh, this is crazy. I might actually just change my Audrey picture in the thumbnail. Oh, that's crazy. Where my day one's at? Yo, what's up, man? You guys have been here day one. All right, last chip, and we'll just go into reading. Oh, spicy. Easy new Hunter x Hunter chapters will come out soon. Bro, get out of here, Unknown. Really? Actually? I do follow him on Twitter. So I know he's been tweeting. I think he tweeted like 10 different chapters. At least the numbers. I know he's been working on it this whole year. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for Togashi to do more chapters. A part of me is sad, but I get it. Like, he wants to do it himself because it's his work, right? Like, Hunter x Hunter is his child, is his baby. He wants to do it himself. I get it. But, like, I wish he at least took on, like, a assistant or some help. Just to take the toll off him, man. Because he's explaining, like, he is in so much back pain. Like, dude, he's, like, he can't come back from all the pain and all the suffering he's gone in. Just, like, from drawing for who knows how many hours a day. You saw the leveling manga chapters came out? Nah, that has to be... You have to be lying. You have to be lying, Unhinged. You mean like season 2? Don't worry, once I finish my soda, we'll get to reading. Almost done. I ate very quickly, and I wanted a little snack. So now I'm done. Oh, man. Fucking Cammy. Putting mod privileges to usage, I see. Say solo leveling one more time. Oh, man. That's so funny. I didn't get cake. No, man. I literally just got back. I wanted to get a cake. I literally just ate rice and chicken. But I was like, I can delay stream by an hour. Or by 30 minutes and go get cake or something. But it's like, I just... No, it's like, it's gonna be late when I get back. It's like, I should just go live. I wanted to though, man. I know. Unknown. You were baiting Cammy with that one, huh? Oh shit. Alright, man. We'll do reading. We'll do reading. But I'm gonna just open one. Okay. I just clicked on one. Alright. I only opened one before I read. Let me just look at it. This should be safe. There was no not safe for work warning, so I think this is safe to look at on stream. This is the only one I'm gonna look at. I just want to look at this one. Here we go. Well, error right here. Okay. This is good. This is tasteful. God dang. God dang. What Beyonder outfit is this? What the fuck? I think she's on the Easter sequence. God damn. Jesus. Okay, I'm feeling... I feel like I shouldn't be on this anymore. I shouldn't be looking at this anymore. Alright, there's one more. Fucking would, man. God damn. I would love to be her book writer assistant, man. God damn. Stand the fuck out, everybody. Stand up. Ah. God damn. I want to look. I'm gonna look at one more. One more. I'm gonna click on the first. Oh no, I'm not watching this one. No, I don't know about that one. Oh no. Oh, I'm not looking at that one. I know Evernight's a character. We know that. I know that. I'm not gonna look at her. I assume they're taking her marble statue. I know I shouldn't look at this one. I know that's the one I shouldn't look at. It's either. I do remember setting up art. I don't know if you guys remember an old artwork I set up a long time ago. I think I posted a spoiler picture that you guys told me to look at, but wait, we'll skip that one. I originally had all these tabs open, but I'm gonna look at this one. All right, here we go. This is the last one. Jesus. God dang. Jeez. Lord, hallelujah. Bro. Damn. Zoom in? Shh. What's the zoom in button? Oh, come on. You really not gonna fucking let me zoom in? Not this one? Pfft. Not this one? No? Can I do at least one more, Cammy? Okay, we can't look at this one. All right, we can't look at this one. Really? Okay. We won't look at this one. Which is the other ones I opened up? Oh, come on. God damn it. Wow. Wow, man. It's time to leave Reddit. You're really... I know, I'm done. Last one. Yo, man, don't forget to hydrate, bro. I finished my soda. All right, last one and I'm out. Last one. On God. On the full, I'm out after this one. This is all I need. This is all brother needs. Fucking bro, put your tongue away, dude. All right, last one, and I'm out. This is the last one. It's not, on God, this is the last one. I'm scared, man. No one, Trissy? This is not... We're starting off strong, dude. Wait, it's the same thing. Oh, the lace. Wow. I'll be the last one. Hell no. Wow. I'm gonna save this image later. Sorry, intrusive thoughts. Sorry. Jesus. Come on. What is this? What is this? That's not what I'm here for. Oh my. Jeez. Wow. Dude, unknown, thank you. Jeez, dude. What is that? Is it? I can't look at this, dude. Bro. I'm out. We're done. Okay, dude, we're done. We're out. No. Why would I screenshot that? I don't know. What are you talking about? Screenshot? What? When is screenshot anything? All right, we're closing all this. We're out. We're in and out. That's it. Back to reading. Oh, wait, wrong scene. Back to reading. Right, we're done. Back to reading. We're back to reading. All right, nothing happened. All right, we're good. Don't you want Trissy to return? Don't try to spoil yourself whether she does or not. I know we won't. I don't want to know. Bro is risking spoil for bunny girl based. Oh, like you mean if I go down her thread? Oh, I get you. You mean if I go down her Reddit thread, people are like, oh, I can't believe she's dead, or oh my God, I can't believe she comes back. I know what you mean. No, don't worry. I'm not gonna read. I just went for the pictures. That's it. I don't want to know. Proceeds to go to next big. That's it. We're done. All right, we're done. Back to our normal schedule. Back to reading. All right. It's all right. We only looked at a few bunny girl pictures. The tab is still open, guys? No. What do you? It's bro. The tab is closed. The tab is closed. The tab is closed. The tab is gone. It's over. It's gone. All right, we're at chapter 1200. the bunny girl Reddit thread is closed and is gone. I will never look at that again until the end of volume 1. What would it take for you to wear a bunny outfit? Hey, yo, man, I better get like a gajillion subscribers, man. When we have 1 million subs, you gotta manifest it, man. When we have 100, you know what? No, when we have 100,000 subscribers, I will wear the most tamest but borderline safe for work bunny outfit for you guys. Hell no, not 5K. He doesn't. See, the Audrey one is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The Audrey one happens between now and the full movie. Anyways, I just want to say, because we're reading now, record it. I just want to say, now I'm being serious because we're not looking at bunny girl outfits. From the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. We have been reading for literally 1 year. It has literally been 1 year since we started reading Lord of the Mysteries. Not only that, just for old time's sake, let me pull this video up. Just for old time's sake. Just for old time's sake. I just want to pull up this video for old time's sake, okay? Just to show you guys where we started. Episode 1. 1 year ago on this date. This was us 1 year ago. 1 year ago. 1 year ago we started chapter 1. And then look.
Okay, we're gonna try something new, all right? Okay, gamers.
I think I said, yeah, there you go. Okay, gamers. Look at that. Look at that. October 3rd of 2024, guys. We literally read chapter 1 to 2. And here we are. Here we are after all these years. Oh, I can't show the chapter. Here we are after all these years. We have read 1,200 chapters. We caught a demoness ailment at one point at the end of the year. That didn't stop us. We kept reading. But here we are. You know what? I can wear bunny pajamas. That can work. We can probably work that one out. I can do that one for free. A year ago, would you ever imagine where you are today? No. And honestly, no. Unhinged. In all honesty, I don't even know where I would have been a year ago. A year ago, I wouldn't even. I never envisioned myself to like keep reading. Like I originally thought I was just gonna read like a few chapters and then wait for the Dunkwa and then just like watch it by myself. But I never thought we'd be doing like reacts to season 1. I never thought we'd be looking at all the game news. I never that I think I'd make a Twitter and start following all these like LTM content creators or like all this other stuff here and there. And I'm like, dude, it's really cool and humbling. I find it really cool. I find it fun. I didn't think I'd be such good friends with Wiz, you know? Even though I'm still gonna beat him at the end and finish volume 8 before he does. Because who does he think he is? That he's gonna finish before me? That's not gonna happen. Like, but no, I'm kidding. Sorry. And honestly, like, I didn't think I'd make like a really good friend on YouTube, you know? And I know we don't talk a lot, right? But you know what? When we do, it's always fun. It's exciting. All our volume discussions, it's always cool, dude. I think it's fun. And I find it really cool that I even get to like interact with all these other two people. I find it really cool that we even get to interact with people. You know what? Let's just read as long as we can today on Unhinged. Hey, what do you mean? Why you gotta put it like that way? Bro hasn't finished OTM after 1 year and he's expected to be Wiz. Why you gotta put it like that? Why you gotta put it like that? Come on. You know what? Just because of that, bro. Fuck it. Fuck it. We read until we're tired. How about that? How about that? By the way, what's the last chapter of this volume? I think that's good I think that's a good intro, right? I think that's a very strong, awesome, banger ass 10 out of 10. You know what? Nah, that's an 11 out of 10 intro. You know what? That's an 11 out of 10 intro. I think we're just gonna do that. You know what? Nah. We're just gonna keep reading. Yo, where my 1 year mod powers at? You know what? I got you, man. Wait. Actually, I don't know how. No way. I guess just approximate chapters. Easy, no? Oh, you guys are talking about Unhinged? Don't do it. He might start rapping the words of the speedrun the chapters. We can't better than Romero Kami. If you mod Unhinged, you can't delete his lies anymore. Love Unhinged, but it's a bad idea. So everything he says will be the gospel. Everything he says will be the truth. All right, unhinged. The chapel has spoken. The brotherhood has spoken. Unhinged. We'll just read. Let's just read. Let's just read, man. Let's read before it gets late. We can't allow Unhinged to complete his ritual. No. We can't allow him to complete. All right, let's just read, man. Let's just see how far we go today. We're gonna keep reading. My girl wanted to watch How I Met Your Mother tonight, like at 10, 11 p.m. when she got out of work and all that. I don't know. I'll probably tell her to cancel. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, that's not for like another 5 hours, but we'll see what happens from here to 5 hours. All right, let's go to full cam. I guess just estimates. Like, is it like 12:50? What's your time there? For me, it's barely 6 p.m. I'm on Pacific. Yeah, I'm on Pacific time. Yeah, I'm on Pacific. Pacific Standard Time. But easy not knowing the controls failed me. Easy not knowing the controls. So close. The Pope decides. Not knowing the controls failed me. Unhinged. You were not prepared enough. Alright, we'll just keep reading. Chapter 1120. Wow. It's called Randomness. You're at 352, Decipher? Damn. That's crazy, dude. That's wild. No, dude, that's still a lot, man. Even though we're at 1,200. I'm doing my timestamp right now. God dang, that was a long ass intro. What the fuck? 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Alright, randomness. Oh, I realized I gotta change the music. Let me change the music. Easy Decipher will overtake you slowly. No, stop. Wait, no, D, you shouldn't be spoiled. No, man. I know you like hanging out with us, but no, you should save it. Well, I don't think anything crazy is going to happen, at least until we get to the finale. Like, close to the finale. So I think we're good right now. I think we're good. All right. I'm going to do this. Gotta change the music. We'll play this. Play some Heaven Sword music. Nothing crazy will happen? Yeah, nothing crazy will happen right now. I have a memory of a goldfish. Hey, that's me, man. I'm trying to forget shit, man, from prior volumes now. All right, let's just read. Let's see how long we go. Chapter 1001. Why am I saying 100? We're at a new milestone. Chapter 1200 is called Randomness. After all, the space in the collapsed forest suddenly tore apart, revealing an illusionary yet mysterious door. The door opened silently, and a handsome man with black hair and golden eyes walked out. He was dressed in a well-ironed suit, looking mature and elegant. Before he could examine the scene, he heard a loud boom. He could feel a violent storm blowing towards him, and he saw a middle-aged man with an imposing aura appearing in front of him. The middle-aged man had a rather obvious large earlobes. His hair was dark blue and thick, and there seemed to be countless bolts of lightning hidden in his eyes. He was a cardinal of the Church of the Lords of Storms, Archbishop of Backland Diocese, deep blue officialant Randall Valentinus. The clergyman in the black robe that was embroiled with storm symbols looked around and cast his gaze at the golden-eyed man. He asked in a thunderous voice, "Selt, what happened here?" Selt, the gold-eyed man, shook his head. "I just arrived too." I mean, I guess. LOL. So the golden-eyed man shook his head. "I just arrived too." Just as he said that, a mountain-like, nearly transparent spirit body appeared in the void and placed a figure in midair. The figure was dressed in a long, black, red patterned bishop robe. His eyes were deep, and he didn't have a beard. He was a person in charge of the Backland Diocese of the Church of the Evernight. Anthony Stevenson. After gigantic spirit body completed its mission, it immediately shrunk and entered Saint Anthony's mouth. At the same time, black long-haired covered his face, and a translucent drifting spirit appeared behind Anthony. It held onto his shoulder, preventing him from falling. And the next seconds, a turbulent flow of air rushed over from Backland City and pushed a figure towards this area at high speeds. Soon the figure came to a stop. It was an old man dressed in a white priest robe and a clergyman cap. This is a different person. He had a kind and gentle face. The air that spewed out from the elder's back vanished as the black tube that was shimmering with metallic light retreated back into his body. This was the Archbishop of the Church of the Gods Esteemed Missionary, Backland Diocese. He was a member of the Divine Council, Hormick Hayden. Hayden? Oh, we've seen Hormick before. Yeah, we've seen Hormick. Didn't Hormick talk to Olger at one point? He strangely stopped in midair and looked around. Although the battle here isn't too intense, it's definitely at the same level. Also, the rediment polluted aura is simply. As he spoke, the four demigods looked down in the middle of the collapsed forest. There was a tarot card depicting the old man holding a staff and a glass lamp, the Hermit card. Randall, Valentius, Selt, Anthony, and Hormick instantly fell into silence as no one spoke for a moment. Oh man, they're all stressing out. Like, who the fuck took out this saint? Above the great fog in an ancient palace, Klein was frowning as he looked at the box of the great old ones in front of him. Oh, we got it. The moment this grade 0 sealed artifact was sacrificed, the entire Sephira castle began to stir as if it had been brought to a boiling point. Oh shit, yeah, grade 0. A massive amount of power was automatically activated, forming a torrent that appeared like steam as it completely drowned out the box of the great old ones and wrapped around it tightly. At this moment, the silver-black jewelry box that was embedded with gems seemed to become an insect in amber. There's no room for any movement. Previously, Sephira Castle was triggered when I spied one of the true gods or kings of angels, and when I was injured. True. This is the first time it has experienced such changes due to an item from external sources. Oh yeah, all the other times is because he brought that about. Klein couldn't help but raise his right hand and wipe away the non-existent sweat. Frankly speaking, he was still a little afraid. He felt that he had been a little carried away after gaining initial control of Sephira Castle. In the past, he didn't dare to let a grade 0 sealed artifact enter this place, and at the same time, because it didn't involve the uniqueness, and with how he had improved compared to the past, this gave him the thought of making an attempt. He's like, I can do this. Thankfully, it's under control. In the future, I'll have to tell Mam Herbert and the others that they can't pick up anything and sacrifice it to me. I'm not a rag and bone man. After muttering a few words, he began inspecting the box of the great old ones. He remembered that Miss Magician was still inside the sealed artifact, so he planned on figuring out the situation of the box of the great old ones as soon as possible so as to prevent the bait from dying due to wasting time. This sealed artifact level is very high. Our road's understanding of it is rather limited. I still have to do it myself. From the looks of it, as long as I didn't attempt to divine what's the third level. Oh, he's not even going to attempt to divine it? I'm only human after all. Have you guys read that? Only Human? That was a pretty disturbing manga. I think it was like based on a true story. I don't attempt to divine what the third level is or attempt to seek out the source of the power. The danger is acceptable or even non-existent. Klein made a preliminary assessment based on his spiritual intuition. Immediately following that, he conjured a pen and paper and began doing a divination. After an unknown period of time, he finally opened his eyes and muttered silently. The first level can allow the interior space to switch locations with the target's area and miniatures the corresponding scene, turning objects into toys. This is an ability that can barely be made use of. The living beings that have been turned into toys must be released within 24 hours, otherwise they will be permanently converted. Even the spirit bodies will never enjoy an eternal rest. What the fuck? Even their spirit bodies will never enjoy an eternal rest. It's very easy to release them as long as a specific region is chosen, one so small that it's almost devoid of any living creatures. Swapping it with the interior space will do. There is a limit to the scope of this ability. It reaches its limit with a city the size of Backlund. Why did I use Backlund as an example? The second level records different scenes. There are the Abyss, Cosmos, and all sorts of places. It allows the wielder and the living beings within a certain range to directly move to their target's area. This problem is it's random, a small portion. Oh, it's randomized. You didn't lie? It's randomized? This problem is it's random. A small portion can be designated by the wielder, thus releasing the corresponding location. Most of the time, the chosen location will change, and the destination of the fallen destination will be unpredictable. As for when the designated location will be effective and when an anomaly happens, there's no way to know. That sounds a little too risky. Besides, this seems to be something that can be affected by good luck, or perhaps the good luck cannot affect those below sequence 0. This means that I can use the box of the great old ones beyond our powers to directly transfer the city of silver out. Oh shit, you can do that? Or he was thinking of doing that? To directly transfer the city of silver out of the forsaken lands of God. If I can make my miracle invoker ritual be very simple, I'll try to see if making them into toys will work later. The third level is very dangerous, very, very dangerous. I won't take the risk to pry into its secrets. No, this should be called courting death. Yeah, we don't want to do that again. The negative effects of the Box of the Great Old Ones are very simple. It's just that the wielder will randomly vanish, suddenly die, or mutate. It's not good. If there are no holders, the living beings in the surrounding area will encounter terrifying matters, one after another, depending on their distance from it and their sizes. The maximum range is the same as the first level. These grade 0 sealed artifacts can destroy the cities wantonly, killing hundreds of thousands or even millions. It's no wonder they are given the highest ceiling. One is not to ask, describe, or pry into where the entities that vanish go. This seems to have something to do with the scenes of the second level. The reason why the Saints of the Secrets dare to move around with the sealed artifacts is because he has the blessings of the Angel of Fate, Ouroboros. He can reduce the negative effects to a minimum, but even so, he didn't dare to hold on to it for too long because the blessings would wear off. It looks like the reason he didn't manage to recover his lucidity ahead of time and find a chance to teleport away had to do with his luck turning bad. It's really hard to kill saints that are valued by a huge organization. I must say that Madame Hermit is considered experienced and clear-headed. She didn't make any rash contact with it. Instead, she created an invisible servant to hold it. Furthermore, she sacrificed his grade 0 sealed artifact to me in the shortest time possible. Yeah, she did not want to fuck around with that. In theory, I can summon a historical void projection to hold this item after... Oh, you have somebody else hold it instead of him. OG DM me privately saying he supports me becoming... Bet. Full approval. In theory, I can summon a historical void projection to hold this item. After all, it doesn't matter if it dies, vanishes, or mutates. However, the usage of time cannot be guaranteed unless I get Will Austin's blessings. The way to seal it is to put it in the spirit world, and that's not enough. That's not enough. It has to be a space that has been distorted and hidden in the spirit world. Oh, okay. Then ordinary water has to be poured into it regularly, allowing the Box of the Great Old Ones to play with microbes every day. With so many living beings, it can last for a very long period of time. With this train of thought, there are still many methods to seal it. After roughly figuring out the exact situation of the Box of the Great Old Ones, Klein looked at the Grade 0 sealed artifact and felt that the third level no longer seemed as dangerous and impossible to open as before. He vaguely believed that as long as he extended his hand and removed the sealed place on it by Sephira Castle, he could easily open the third level of the Box of the Great Old Ones. That sounds scary, dude. What a strong temptation. Klein retracted his gaze and waved his hand, causing the Box of the Great Old Ones to fly towards the junk pile in the corner. No way he just puts in the corner. Really? In the junk pile? You wouldn't even display that? Isn't it grade 0? Regardless of whether it was a grade 0 sealed artifact or not, head over there to be quarantined and to get a hold of yourself. Okay. As a terrifying grade 0 sealed artifact, one had to have a number to show its importance. Unfortunately, I don't know how many grade 0 artifacts the 7 churches have obtained. It shouldn't exceed 50, right? Yes, the Box of the Great Old Ones can be temporarily named 061, all adjusted according to the situation in the future. If Madame Hermit isn't able to create a sealed environment, she can place 061 above the Great Fog. Once she needs it, she can apply for it. Of course, she must pray to Will in advance for his blessings. I wonder what stage I'll have to be in before the kings of yellow and black who wields good luck can be genuine in name. At the end of the series, dude. There's a portion in the Miracle Invoker, and there should be a portion in the Attendant of Mysteries. Klein amused himself with his thoughts and finally picked up the Bionic characteristic left behind by the Saint of Secrets ball test. It looked like a crystal with countless rays of light reflected within it, formerly illusionary and resplendent doors. Oh, it's the star. What? Wait, what happened? You didn't put the bunny pictures in Discord? What did I do? The crystal instantly shattered. Oh, I skipped the sentence. I skipped 2. After staring at it for a few seconds, he suddenly threw the Bionic characteristic into the air. The power of Sephira Castle bowled once again under the control of Klein. It formed a corporeal, semi-translucent wave and struck the crystal hard. The crystal instantly shattered, splitting into countless tiny dots of lights. A pitch-black gas emerged from within before it rapidly melted away. Twisting and dispersing inside Sephira Castle, under the law of convergence of Bionic characteristics, those tiny dots of light slowly gathered together, and in nearly a minute, they reformed into a magnificent and dreamy crystal-like appearance from before, and landed in the palm of Klein's hand. The contamination inside was cleared. Inside Sephira Castle, Klein was equivalent to a Sequence 2 angel. However, he mostly had the powers, but not the corresponding level powers. He needed the right supporting items to help him. After putting down the secret sorcerer's Bionic characteristics, he cast his gaze as bought his remaining 2 eyeballs. Next chapter. I lost my place? No, we didn't lose our place. Never. No, that was engagement bait. I have boss music. One. What's the best inside joke within our community? I don't know, man. I lost my place. See, because it that's a good inside joke because we actually never lose our place. We just say it for fun. That's what I think. But you know what? That is actually a good question. I'm not sure. I don't know. Badoon? We said Badoon at the same time on Hinge. Yeah, maybe. I think that one. Yeah. Chapter 1201 is called Professional. The pupils of Bot's eyes had already turned deep black and they were frozen in a look of indescribable fear. It made Klein's heart palpitate when he saw it, as though he could feel the intense changes in Bot's emotions before his death. After a series of inspections together with divination, he confirmed that these two eyeballs didn't contain any bionic characteristics, but they contain a strong corruptive force and a power that came from an unknown source. It could be used as a medium for curses, and it could be directly affect the target. It was a rather dangerous spiritual material with an extremely long expiry date. I can't bring it with me for extended periods of time, otherwise I might be weakened mentally, have nightmares every day, and suffer a physical mutation. Klein casually summoned a square metal box and placed Bot's two eyeballs into it. He didn't attempt to purify it because once the item was shattered and purified, there would be nothing left. It would be too wasteful due to the fact that there was nothing wrong with the worms of star and that it was also material that Klein understood the most. He quickly turned his attention to the black pocket. The result of divination surprised him because it was so-called interspatial object. The pocket only had the size of an adult man's palm, but in actual fact, it had the size of a two-bedroom apartment. Damn, it's huge. Two-bedroom apartment that the Moretti family had rented in Tingen in the very beginning. It was big enough to hold many things. Damn. This was made by Bottas using the powers of a secret sorcerer? Really? That's so cool. In essence, the pocket wasn't an object, but an entrance. First, a region in the spirit world is distorted and isolated using space concealment. I need to lower the volume down a bit. Using space concealment, then use the chaos created when the spirit world overlaps with reality. As long as there are proper coordinates, one can directly reach their destination, opening the door to the hidden area and entering this pocket space. You're alert now. I gotta go. No, it's okay, dude. Thank you, man. So they're creating a pocket space. This is very similar to the method needed for sealing the box of the Great Old Ones. However, one door in the spirit world while the other is in the real world. This results in a sealed artifact or a mystical item inside the interspatial pocket to also affect the wielder. I feel like this is going to come back in the future when we're fighting someone. Like, okay, we do an interspatial pocket world to also affect the wielder. From the looks of it, it doesn't seem to be of much use, and it can eliminate the negative effects. Besides, I'm in the Forsaken Lands of Gods and can't... Oh my god, I forgot we still haven't gotten out. We're literally still in the Forsaken Lands. Holy shit, I actually forgot about that. I thought we'd escape. No, we haven't escaped. Besides, I am in the Forsaken Lands of the Gods and can't connect to the spirit world. There's no use to having such a pocket. Also, I have to reinforce the power of the space concealment from time to time. Otherwise, it would gradually lose its effectiveness. It's only suitable for demigods of the Apprentice Pathway or an organization that has demigods from the Apprentice Pathway or sealed artifacts that provide the relevant support. The name Interspatial Pocket is too lame. That's a badass name. I wonder how Bottas named this item. Let's call it Traveler's Bag. After confirming the degrees of danger, Klein conjured a fake hand and placed it in the black pocket. Pitter patter. A bunch of gems poured out as the fake hand was retracted and landed on the long model table. The crystal... The music sounds really loud. Let me know if it's too loud and we can adjust it. The crystal clear red, blue, green, white, black, and translucent colors instantly filled his eyes. I should have predicted this. The corresponding materials of the Apprentice Pathway are gems, all the gems. The expression on Klein's face turned spirited as he said with a smile. We ran out of memory on OBS. One sec. Not too loud? Okay. Let me just lower it on my end. One sec, I gotta reload the page. One sec. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. I can see my screen again. Klein's face turned spirited as he sat with small. He reached out with his other hand and picked a few gems to feel the weight of the texture. Apart from these, there were also quite a number of spiritual materials in the traveler's bag. Some were commonly used, while others were relatively rare. The box of the great old ones, the secret sorcerers, beyond their characteristics, 9 worms a star, Bottis eyeball traveler bags, and large amounts of gems and materials. This operation can be considered quite a harvest, enough for everyone to split it fairly. Unfortunately, Bottis has the ability to record beyond her powers at certain states. There's no need for him to bring too many sealed artifacts and mystical items with him. That would result in many negative effects. As a demigod, he should have a few good sealed artifacts. I wonder if they're hidden somewhere in the spirit world or the Aurora Order headquarters. It's a pity that Bottis' soul has just collapsed as well, preventing me from using the spirit channeling on it. Klein shook his head and immediately returned to the real world. He found a hidden spot, putting down the lantern and set up a bestowment ritual. He wanted to see if he could bring 061, the box of the great old ones, to the forsaken lands of the gods. If he could attempt transforming the entire city of Silver into toys. What the fuck? Literally everybody get out of here, dude. If he could attempt transforming the entire city of Silver into toys and placing them on the first level of the sealed artifact. Fucking wild. He could directly send it to the outside world through the sacrificial bestowment rituals. This way, he could bypass the Giant King's Court and Dark Angel Sasir and could ingeniously complete the Miracle Invoker ritual. Oh, and because we bring them back from the Forsaken Lands, we bring back Forgotten History, and then we drink the potion. That is cinema as fuck if that's how we do it. He was worried that the box of the great old ones would cause a random death the moment it passed through the sacrificial bestowment door. In the fragments of light deep in the grayish-white fog, Klein took 4 steps counterclockwise and returned above the gray fog, responding to his own prayers. After the mysterious ancient door of the sacrifice and bestowment took form, he slowly opened it. He waved his hand, summoning the box of the great old ones, and that was enveloping by the layers of forces, throwing it into the gap behind the illusory doors towards the boundless darkness behind the door. At that moment, the void's darkness suddenly became corporeal. As though it formed an invisible barrier that blocked the door they had just opened. It floated in midair, unable to move forward. Klein frowned slightly as he watched the scene. He tried to stir the powers of the Safari Castle and use the power at the level of an angel to push it forward, but he was unable to get the box of the great old ones to break the barrier. Indeed, the Forsaken Lands of Gods is sealed. It's just that I'm closely related to Safari Castle, so that I could use it to respond. However, this cannot exceed a certain limit. Klein nodded slightly. He retrieved the box of the great old ones and threw it onto the junk pile. Then he conjured the world German Sparrow and got the fake person to give the details informing the box of the great old ones, Adamam, Hermit, and Miss Justice. This was to remind them to bring the box of the great old ones back to the real world within 24 hours, and to release the magician force. While doing so, Klein had informed Miss Justice to sacrifice some top-grade ice cream to the Snake of Fate's Blessed before praying to the bestowment of the box of the great old ones. As for the Hermit Katlia, she didn't need to make any external requests due to her having a brief luck. However, she needed to complete everything within a few minutes and sacrifice the box of the great old ones above the gray fog once more. Backland in the border between East Borough and the bridge area, an apartment that had been in disrepair for years. Leonard, not Leonard. Sorry, I've been saying it wrong. Leonard, who was wearing the red gloves and a black coat, was leading his team members to check the scene. As a reserve force of the church do every night, they were undoubtedly filled with energy at nearly 10 at night. Captain, there was a serious crack on the walls here. Some of the walls have even been shattered. This apartment might not hold after the hurricane seasons next summer. The wine-red-haired Cindy came over and reported to Leonard. Leonard scanned his surroundings and with his green eyes and nodded slightly. Leotard? Klein must have missed his bathroom before going to build the Great Fog. He is no longer the ruler above the restroom. Leonard scanned his surroundings with his green eyes and nodded slightly. Thankfully, this place is dangerous to begin with, and it has been abandoned for a long period of time. However, it's very strange that even the tramps don't live here. Another red glove, Bob, I forget, there's a red glove called Bob. I don't know, disrespect to Bob's, but just a red glove Bob happened to be checking the bottom of the wall and casually added, and then they had internal strife and developed it into a battle, something that we then ignited? That possibility can't be ruled out. Leonard answered in a professional manner, but have you noticed every place in this room has signs of corrosion, and there's a lack of remnants left behind by the tails of chairs that should exist. It looks too empty. It doesn't look like something a low or mid-sequence Beyonder can create. I suspect that it might involve a higher level of power. After a series of inspections and discovering many abnormalities, the Red Gloves team under Leonard failed to find any further clues. They could only return to the St. Selma Cathedral first. Just as they arrived on the ground, a bishop came to look for Leonard, asking him to bring 2 members upstairs for a meeting. Leonard nodded thoughtfully. Without asking anything, he led Bob and Sidney through a secret passage into the St. Selma Cathedral. Following that, they followed the spiritual staircase, and under the illumination of the crimson moonlight, they arrived in a room with many people. It was equipped with a blackboard. With just one glance, Leonard realized that there were quite a number of people who had worked with him before. They were from the Mandarin Punishers, the Machinery Hive Mind, and MI9. Then he noticed the 3 demigods, Hormick, Hayden, oh shit, Hormick is here? Randall Valentinus, and Anthony Stevenson, as well as a black-haired, golden-eyed man who was clearly at the same level as them. It's the 4 of them. Without waiting for Leonard's greeting, St. Anthony stood up in his red, patterned black robe and said in a deep voice, "There was a high-level battle in the outskirts of Backland. There was a terrifying contamination present." Shit, dude. Contamination present, as well as a tarot card, the Hermit. I noticed that you've done some investigations regarding the large group of incidents involving the tarot cards. You have also raised a corresponding theory. Now, please give everyone here a detailed introduction. I'm Lord of Smidge. The Hermit card, Leonard expressed his true astonishment, but this was mostly because he was tasked with such a mission. He's like, I've never seen this card before. He cleared his throat, walked to the blackboard, and turned the face to the demigods of Beyonders, the 3 churches, and the military. He drew a crimson moon on his chest. After organizing his words, this Red Glove captain said solemnly, in the past 2 to 3 years, the incident involving tarot cards that really caught our attention was because of Lenavus's death. He was embroiled in a conspiracy that attempted to allow the true creator's descent, and his body was covered with tarot cards. After that, the tarot cards appeared on the captain case again. However, this time there was a change in the arrangement of the tarot cards that emphasized judgment and the emperor. Back then, I linked these matters to an organization that suddenly believed in the Fool in Backland. As you know, the Fool is a starting card of the tarot cards. This bold line guess made several demigods and many other Beyonders nod slightly, like, They felt that this might indeed be related to some level of mysticism. Leonard paused before continuing. And below the Fool, this organization might have quite a number of official members. They use tarot cards as codenames such as Judgment, Emperor, or the Hermit, or this incident. As he spoke, Leonard picked up a deck of cards, and then he used as a demonstration and randomly picked out. Oh, he's gonna pick out his card, right? And randomly picked out the card. He glanced at it and chuckled. He's like, such as the Star. This fucking dude, this fucking schmuck. Also, like, for all we know, there could be a Star Terry Club member. Fucking Leonard, dude. Was that at random? Yeah. Leonard picked up a deck of cards that he used as a demonstration and randomly picked one. He glanced at it and chuckled, such as the Star. What a fucking badass. Oh, the Terry Club. I'm sorry. Are they going to give him an actual official name now? Oh, snap. Next chapter. Let's go straight to next chapter. Yeah, straight to next chapter. 28 minutes. 43 seconds. It was random. Oh, wait. Orphans. Hold up. Let me change it. Battle music is about to play. Yeah, we don't want. Oh, sorry. I was going to play battle music back. So that. Yeah, it was random. It shows Fate is playing with him, which is pretty funny. All right. Chapter 1100. Why am I saying 100? We're at a new milestone. Chapter 1202. It's called The Terror Club. The demigods that update? Yes. Easy. Do you remember my real name? Unknown? No. What was your prior name? Let me sip my water. Let me think on that. Genuinely don't remember. The demigods and the Beyonders present nodded at Leonard's demonstration, indicating that they understood what the Red Glove captain meant. One of the mandated punchers raised his arm. That's Romero's alt, bro. That's not Romero's alt. One of the mandated punchers raised his arm and took the opportunity to ask a question. In other words, whoever left a tarot card behind this member is executing the mission. That should be the case. Leonard did not give a definite answer. The same mandated punishers continue asking. Guess some sort of unknown users. The same mandated puncher continued asking, what do the tarot cards? That's very on the nose, huh? The same mandated puncher continued asking, what do the tarot cards that were scattered all over Lenard's corpses mean then? There's no specific direction. Leonard immediately picked up with a white chalk and wrote down the names Lenavus on the blackboard behind him. Then he drew a circle. I've just said that in the past 2 to 3 years, the matter involving the tarot cards have really caught our attention because of the Lenavus case. This is very likely the beginning of everything. Therefore, without a specific direction, the casually scattered tarot cards might be referring to the whole. This means that the organization that used the tarot cards as code names has officially stepped onto the stage of history. Please forgive me for using poetic words. Oh, he's still digesting his potion? That makes a lot of sense. The few mandated punishers were convinced by Leonard. Yo, what's up, dude? What's up, Misty? Leonard looked around and continued, let me use the Aurora Order, which everyone is familiar with. As a comparison, we all know that there are 22 oracles in the Aurora Order. Each one of them will be in charge of a region's affairs. It's very possible that an organization with a tarot card code name is the same. The members of the likes of the Judgment, the Emperor, the Hermit should all have their own factions. They will exert their influence in a particular region. Okay, now he's hyping everybody up. Upon hearing this, a member of the Officiary Hive Mind, official debut, definitely. I'm like over here like in K-pop, it's their official debut. Upon hearing this, a member of the machinery, definitely not at the like K-pop format. This is a different format. The Fool is here. I know this hype, dude. Upon hearing this, a member of the machinery hive mind pondered and said, however, the 3 members corresponding to Judgment, Emperor, and the Hermit have appeared consecutively in Backland. According to what you just said, does this mean that the organization that used the tarot cards as code names are still lacking in skill, and that the members are all gathering in Lowen, or perhaps just in Backland region? After all, Backland's person in charge from the Aurora Order is only an oracle. As for the Saint Tenebros, he's in charge of the entire Lowen. Leonard slowly nodded, indicating that he understood what he meant. He organized his words and said, this possibility cannot be ruled out. After all, this is an organization that has only appeared in the past 2 to 3 years. Of course, there might be other reasons. This organization might not be divided based on location or democration. Instead, they are determined by whether or not they can handle an area alone. They will also work together depending on their overlapping situations, such as the Capim case. Seeing that the Beyonders of the 3 churches at MI9 didn't raise any further questions, Leonard deliberated for a few seconds before saying, next up will be my personal guesses. There are also some problems with it. This might be a direction or investigation for the future. Dude, I feel like I'm watching Hannibal. When Hannibal is like helping out the FBI, he's like, dude, like he's like an informant, but they don't know that he's the one behind everything. Like, I feel like these are the mind games Leonard is playing with them right now, dude. The first question was its purpose of this organization. If they are like the Aurora Order with a goal to spread the faith of an evil god, then why haven't we discovered the people who believe in the Fool? Even if there are all people who are scamming others in the name of the Fool. Second question, what do they have in common in a few other operations? I haven't been able to find it out yet. The third question I have is that the high-level members who use tarot cards as their code names are not of low sequences and have their own factions. However, they aren't famous in the Beyonder world at all. This is very abnormal. After all, although the 22 oracles of the Aurora Order hide their identities, they have more or less crossed paths with us. They rose up from the low sequence Beyonders to middle sequence Beyonders under our watch, eventually taking over the spot as Oracle when their predecessor dies or advances. They all are really on our lists. Damn. Tucking it. I'm already getting excited, dude. It's like now we're making like a grand debut in front of all these fucking saints and angels. Having said that, in all these other organizations, dude. Having said that, Leonard paused and said, if the organization that uses tarot cards as its code name is really an organization that believes in the Fool, then there is someone who can answer my third question. He's the crazy adventurer German Sparrow. Rumor has it that he believes in the Fool. This name made all the Beyonders from 3 churches of MI9 fall into silence, as though they were quickly recalling the relevant information, okay? Which is, they have long heard that German Sparrow had a mysterious background. He believed in the Fool, and they had obtained quite a bit of information from him. However, they hadn't made any connections like Leonard to string everything together. Like, oh, he's a really good detective. A few seconds later, the Archbishop of the Church of the Evernight, Saint Anthony, said in a deep voice, German Sparrow seems to be in the
close contact with the original deaf console of Balaam. That's an angel who's still active over the land. They don't know, they don't know everything. This gave the Beyonders who weren't demigods a fright as they instinctively sat up straight like, oh shit. They all knew about Admiral Hell, but due to a confidential restrictions, they didn't know that the deaf console represented a grounded angel. That deaf console doesn't seem to belong to any factions of the numinous Episcopate, said a Beyonder of MI9 hesitantly. Leonard nodded solemnly. Perhaps he is a member of the secret organization that uses the tarot cards as codenames. The Deaf Card. A Zik is an unofficial tarot club member with a deaf card. Alright, I'll take it. Bro, LOTM is just everyone trying to scam each other. This is so fun. You know, I do like how like half of the game is trying to fool someone else. Dude, happy 1 year. I know, man. Literally happy 1 year. The deaf card. There were other rounds of silence. All the demigods had to admit that this was possible. The level of the secret organization that was, oh my god, he's gonna be deaf in book 2. No shot a Zik doesn't wake up in book 2 and like join the Tarot Club officially and become like deaf, and like that's his codename. There was another round of silence. All the demigods have to admit that this was possible. The level of secret organization that was represented by the tarot card suddenly rose. I knew that was gonna happen, dude. Reaching a level that was equal to the Aurora Order. In short, German Sparrow, like I saw that word, like In short, Gerber Sparrow is a clue. Leonard took a deep breath and slowly said, Your Graces, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. St. Anthony nodded slightly and stood up. He looked around and said, Up to now, this secret organization that uses tarot cards as their codenames hasn't targeted us yet. Hasn't shown a certain level of friendliness. Now that the war situation stands, we're severely lacking in manpower, so it's difficult for us to take any major actions. Therefore, I suggest that we try our best to avoid conflict with them and not attempt to eradicate them for the time being. Of course, we have to do what we need to do. A secret organization with the existence of a grounded angel itself represents danger. If we don't understand it or grasp enough information about it, we won't be able to react in time and stop any possible conspiracies. Hormick and the other demigods thought for a moment before nodding in agreement. Anthony Stevens looked around, his gaze and landed on Leonard's face. This investigation will be led by you. Coordinate it well. Leonard agreed solemnly. At this moment, Deep Blue official Randall Valent spoke to Leonard impatiently. Give them a name. We can't keep saying secret organization. We can't say another secret organization. Secret organization that uses tarot cards as a codename. We can't keep using secret organization that uses tarot cards as a codename. That's such a long name. It's quite a mouthful. What suggestions do you have? Leonard considered carefully before saying, Tarot Club. That works. Randall stood up and said with a thunderous voice, Let's call it the Tarot Club. Oh my god, official debut. Late at night in Emperor's Borough in the Hall family's villa, the exclusive desert chef, Tim, suddenly woke up from his dream and stared at the ceiling in the darkness. He had just dreamed that he was enjoying an ice cream and had just eating it when he woke up. That's good. The more he thought about it, the more intense his cravings became. In the end, he overcame his friendlies, though it was troubled, and got out of bed. Putting on a thick sleeping robe, he walked out of the room and came to a pantry not far away. As a slightly famous dessert chef in aristocratic circles, Tim was given special privileges by Earl Hall. He could enter the pantry at any time and use the ingredients here to test his new ideas. Good for him. Meanwhile, Tim had repeatedly returned to Earl Hall's trust with high-quality desserts. Of course, he often appeared in the pantry due to midnight cravings for food, just like now. After some serious hard work, Tim used the remains and prepared ingredients to make a few cups of ice cream and ate half of it. That's good information. Then he patted his stomach, washed the cutlery, and left the pantry in satisfaction. The remaining few cups of ice cream were left in the corner as if they had been completely forgotten. Oh, okay. In Sherwood Borough, by the Tussock River, in an uninhabited shallow flat, wearing a dark-colored cloak, Audrey first made use of a dream traversal to arrive nearby before walking over on foot. She skillfully set up a ritual and prayed to Mr. Fool. Soon, a silver-black accessory box embedded with many gems tore through the illusionary door and landed in front of Audrey. Audrey tucked a wisp of blonde hair behind her ear and picked up the box of the great old ones, 061. Without any delay, she aimed at the few rocks and pulled open the first layer. Okay, so they're all practicing using it? Silently, numerous long tables and chairs appeared measly in their area. Several Beyonders that had used various means to conceal their faces appeared. One of them was the hooded Force. Their skin quickly changed from that of a toy to that of humans, and their eyes began to move. Ew. Forge, who had the highest sequence, recovered from the fastest. Looking around, she was extremely surprised to find that she had unknowingly come to a flat by the side of the river from the apartment. Furthermore, this change was only limited to her overall area. The situation around her was no different from before. Chat on screen died. Let me fix it.
I got you.
Good call. Good call.
Refresh. We're good? Oh, yeah, here you go. Okay, it's back.
Yo, man, good catch, Kemi. Good call. Thank you. Thank you. Where am I? What happened? Forrest's gaze landed on the empty altar. After pondering for a second, she seemed to understand something that she asked in surprise. Has the matter ended? Yes, replied Audrey, who was using her psychological invisibility. It ended. It ended. Forrest followed up with a confused and dazed question. How's the target? He's dead. Audrey was multitasking as she controlled the other 6 Beyonders. Her answer was very simple. He's dead. Saints of Secrets, Bautis has died. I didn't participate in the battle. I didn't summon Gurman Spro, historical void projection. Forrest's mouth gaped slightly as she felt like she was dreaming. She only felt that she had been terrified for a second and was in a daze for a moment, and the mission had already been completed. At this moment, she saw the surrounding Beyonders come to life, but they didn't show any surprise towards the change in environment. It was as if the gathering had been held here. They skillfully destroyed the chairs and long tables and threw them into the Tussock River. Then they left the flats as one after another and returned to the home under the illumination of the street lamps. This is a manipulator. How terrifying. But I feel like the real manipulator here is fucking Leonard, man. He's like, he is manipulating everybody into thinking he's such a good detective when he's a fucking member himself. This is a manipulator. How terrifying. Forrest jumped in fright and completely snapped awake. Returned first. Audrey didn't have time to explain. She turned around and that's kind of scary, dude. Returned first. Audrey didn't have time to explain. She turned around and used the altar from before, preparing to sacrifice the box of the great old ones above the great fog. Forrest shot a look over, but she didn't ask or say anything. She made her body turn transparent as she had vanished from where she was. Author notes, this title of this chapter originally should have been Official Debut, but it was just not serious enough. Oh, so instead of labeling it Official Debut, he just said the Tarot Club. Okay, I see that. I see it. I see what he means. 41. 41. 05. Bam. Next chapter. Maybe I just change the song every chapter. Probably not. Let me know if this song fits. If not, we'll change it. This is just for music from Expedition 33. I think this music is a little too happy. He's your favorite character. He's so cool. I love him, dude. I love him, Mimi. Chapter 1203 is called Harvest. In the ancient palace above the great fog, dark starlight shot up, forming several figures. Leonard did a casual glance, and his gaze suddenly froze on the silver-black jewelry box placed on the long model table. I don't think the song fits. If you recalled correctly, this was likely a Grade 0 sealed artifact of the Box of the Great Old Ones that the World Clan Moretti had specifically emphasized during the prior private gathering. The Saints of Secrets was really in control of this Grade 0 sealed artifact, and he even used it. Yet Matt Hermit and Miss Justice succeeded. Leonard's pupils dilated slightly as he nearly couldn't believe his eyes. I'm doing a last minute essay right now? Bro. Last minute? I believe in you, bro. I believe in you. You got this shit, bro. You got this. I believe in you. I'm gonna change the music. This one fits. This fits. I'll play this one. Yo, good luck, man. I'm not gonna say GG. I'm saying GL. Good luck, brother. Let us know when you're done. You actually gotta let us know when you're done. Let us know when it's due and let us know when it's done and when you're done. As an official Beyonder, a red glove captain of the Church of the Evernight, he knew Grade 0 sealed artifacts very well. He knew that these items could easily destroy a city, causing people to suddenly die without putting up any resistance. When facing them, not only was contact with them impossible, but even understanding them was something that should be reduced to possible. Leonard originally believed that Mam Herbert and Miss Justice would leave the battlefield according to the plan after encountering a Grade 0 sealed artifact. They would then think of a way to rescue Miss Magician. To his surprise, they succeeded and have retrieved Grade 0 sealed artifact. Mam Hermit mystical reenactment has reached such a high level. Did the Feast of Betrayal she mentioned really make the sealed artifact rebel? Or could it be that Mr. Fu had provided some help? Leonardo muttered silently as they glanced at the World Clan Moretti, who was seated at the bottom of the end of the long bronze table. He discovered that his former colleague was rather calm. Client surveyed the area. Congratulations, everyone. The hunt this time was very successful. All the spoils of war are here. As he spoke, he raised his right hand, condensing various bits of mysterious knowledge into a pale white luster. He also included a small number of legends that came from the east, such as Peach Blossom Spring and the Link Go Match. He wanted Ma'am Herbert to test if they were mystical or not, or whether they were any of real source. Ma'am, this is your reward. This is your reward. This is your reward. The world Klein tongue twister. The world Klein made the pale white light fly towards the hermit Cattleya. Then he pointed at the box of the great old ones, the secret sorcerer's beyond her characteristics, the traveler's luggage, Bata's eyeballs, and 9 worms of stars. Large amounts of gems and materials on the table. In addition, you have the right to choose first. After the battle of the demigod level with the Saints of Secrets, Cattleya finally found the bearing and confidence of a saint. She first received the pale white glow and closed her eyes to digest the mysterious knowledge contained within. I joined Discord. Everyone's so nice. Yo, thank you for joining. Well, of course, yeah, man. We got a good Discord. We have a nice, amazing Discord community. Yeah, man. Thank you. That is not right. Yo, man. Thanks for joining. By the way, if you guys want to boost and help us to send higher res pictures, please and thank you. No pressure. No pressure. And the second epoch, just optional. No, you don't, easy. Wait, no, I don't. What? In the second epoch, the ancient gods believed that the original creator, the old ones, left some objects behind. Perhaps it was a kingdom formed from a portion of his body or something that he created. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We're telling them this info? What? After the battle at the demigod level with the Saints of Secrets, Cattleya finally found the bearing and confidence of a saint. She first received the pale white glow and closed her eyes to digest the mysterious knowledge contained within. In the second epoch, the ancient gods believed in the original creator, the oldest one. The fucking oldest one is here again. That is such a badass title. Let me write that down so I don't forget. The oldest one left some object behind. Perhaps it was a kingdom formed from a portion of his body or something that he created. There are 9 of these that contain various Sephiroths. They are the Chaos Sea, Sephira Castle, River of Eternal Darkness, Knowledge Moor, Tenebrous World, Broad Hive, Nation of Disorder, City of Calamity, and the Key of Light. Let me write all this down. Okay, I didn't have that one titled The Key of Light. Oh shit. Okay. The ancient sun god came from a place known as Chernobyl. Oh my god. What is it? What do you mean? You already wrote that? No, I didn't write all of them. I didn't have the Key of Light and Nation of Disorder. Those 2 I didn't remember. I think I only had like 5 or 6 written down. I didn't have these last 3 written down. Nation of Disorder, City of Calamity, and the Key of Light. Oh, and then the volume 6 title, it's called the Light Seeking, Key of Light. Maybe we're gonna get more of this, the Key of Light. The ancient sun god came from a place known as Chernobyl. I can't get over that, dude. How is there still more in this volume? You guys said there's like one more crazy reveal, or like there's more crazy shit that happens. Like, how do we top that? The Marauder Pathway Sequence 0 is called Error. Emperor Rizal's fairy tales might have originated from something that happened before. As the mysticism knowledge resonated in her, Cattleya couldn't help but open her eyes and look at the world Germansbro. There were too many things inside that shocked her, making her realize that she had opened the door to a whole new world. She's going crazy right now. I never thought of Mr. Fool origins in the past. Now I can vaguely grasp it. A thought flashed through Cattleya's mind as she had a guess. She immediately controlled herself. She didn't want to think too much, nor did she dare to think too deeply about it. She was afraid that she would come up with an answer that was enough to make her lose control. Nah, she's good. This is one of the 9 Sephiroths. Mr. Fool's goal is to gather all the Sephiroths and attempt to recover. Raising her right hand, she nudged her heavy glasses on her nose bridge. Cattleya forced herself to focus her attention on the small tails and decided to return to the real world to completely digest the potion before she attempted to create the magic with them, allowing her to draw on their powers using mystical reenactment. Of course, she also believed that not every one of them would succeed. She believed that a portion of these stories were purely fabricated. After all, there was a gift from Mr. World. There was no guarantee that they would be effective. After all, out of many fairy tales and ancient legends that Emperor Rizal recounted to Queen Mystic back then, only a few of them could truly produce magic. She took a few seconds to compose herself and cast her gaze to the middle of the long model table, preparing to choose her spoil of wars. Okay, without a doubt, of the most eye-catching item was the box of the Great Old Ones. I'm sorry, is she gonna take the fucking box? The Great Old Ones 061. The silver black jewelry box embedded with many gems completely overshadowed all the other items. No shot she goes for that, dude. Cattleya wasn't too unfamiliar with Grade Zero's sealed artifacts because Queen Mystic had more than one. It was also because of this reason that Queen Element Dawn was able to completely was able to complete with the ancient organization Moses Ascetic Order that had been born in the early 4th epoch. The gap between an angel and a saint was not something the magic of a powerful fairy tale could make up for. To become a truly powerful figure, one had to advance the sequence to or possess a grade 0 sealed artifact. It wasn't that Katlia didn't have any desire for the box of the Great Old Ones, but when she thought of the hint that the world German Sparrow had received from Mr. Full, the terrifying negative effects, the third level's extreme danger, and the most beyond her powers she couldn't control, she felt a sense of horror, so she doesn't take it. Although she had brief luck, she still lacked the ability to seal the box of the Great Old One so far, so she doesn't take it. Okay, good. After a series of intense struggles, the Hermit Kalia pointed at the dreamy crystal and said, I want the secret sorcerers beyond a characteristic. If they could find a suitable high sequence artisan, it could be transferred into a rather good sealed artifact. And she has one. One that had barely acceptable negative effects. Queen Mystic Bernadette happened to have the resources to do so, but the commission might not necessarily succeed. In the end, even if there's only teleportation, that will be enough. However, it's obvious that a secret sorcerer wouldn't only be able to grasp teleportation. Even though the negative effects are excessive, I can get Queen Mystic to shatter and try again, or I could seal it to Miss Magician. Yes, she said that her teacher would prepare the ingredients for her. Following that, Katlia nodded at the world German Sparrow to confirm her choice. Choosing the secret sorcerers beyond her characteristic, upon hearing Madame Hermit's reply, a scene appeared in Klein's mind. Wearing a purple patterned black robe, the lady wearing a dark colored hood relied on Blink to leave behind many doppelgangers. Then they would all ignite a match at the same time. The little match girl will turn into countless witches selling matchsticks. That's creepy. Bernadette Rich second generation. This is a horrifying fairy tale. The world Klein couldn't help but twitch the corners of his mouth as he tersely acknowledged, all right, it's your right. All right, it's your right. He then cast his gaze at Miss Magician. It's your turn to choose. I didn't do anything, Force said guiltily. What do you mean? She helped out. Klein softened and said, you successfully acted as bait. Force didn't know what expression she should use to respond, but she heard Mr. Star seemingly laugh. Why the fuck is he laughing? She slowly took a deep breath and cast her gaze at the spoils of war on the long bronze table. Frankly speaking, she wanted to choose the box of the Great Old Ones. Oh, everybody wants it. Because it was an item that her teacher's family had snatched away. She didn't want to use it herself. She wanted to return it to her teacher directly. However, considering that she was only bait, Force felt that she was not qualified to take an item of this level. Grade 0 sealed artifacts were extremely rare, precious, and dangerous. She had already gained a deep impression of them with Mr. Star's introduction. She knew the value of the box of the Great Old Ones was definitely not something a saint's beyond her characteristic could compare with. With that in mind, she chose Under the World Garment Sparrow's watch. Force finally gave up the impulse and pointed to the pair of eyeballs. I'll take them. She wanted to bring the pairs of eyes to her teacher and tell him the Baltus was dead. It was an end to all the hatred. In addition to such a value of the item, Baltus' eyes could be made into a powerful hex item or be used as a medium for a curse. It was considered a pretty good item. Klein nodded slightly and didn't persuade her. He only pointed at the gems material and the worms of stars and said calmly, you also paid the price of a moon paper figures. You can choose something to make up for it. All right, Forrest reflectively agreed. As the apprentice pathway needed gems for several charms as rituals and could still be appreciated normally, Forrest took a portion of the gems and waited for the bestowment ceremony to obtain them. With that, Klein shifted his gaze and said to Miss Judgment, it's your turn. Sheol also knew that she had no contributed that I'm reading wrong. Sheol also knew that she had contributed much, and she knew that she had no ability to withstand the negative effects of the box of the Great Old Ones. She didn't even take a look at 061 and pointed to the black pocket. I'll choose the traveler's bag. Okay, good choice. This way, she could carry heavy weapons with her and might even be able to pull out a cannon at a critical moment. As for the problem of the strengthening the hidden space after a period of time, she had also considered it. After all, she could still use it for about a year for the time being. In the future, she could rent a sealed artifact from Madame Hermit to maintain it. Furthermore, at the same time, Forrest might have already become a secret sorcerer. The World Klein nodded and looked at the star. Leonard, it's your turn. Leonard did not stand on ceremony. He scanned the area and tapped a few items. 3 worms a star, 20 gems, and those ingredients. This feels like I'm paying protection fees. Fees. Rich millionaires? Definitely rich millionaires. This feels like I'm paying protection fees to official organization. After lampooning his dear poet, Klein turned to Miss Justice and said, the mission was very successful, and I'm not very satisfied. Although you have already received your payment, you can still choose a little more. Audrey could decipher the sincerity of Mr. World's words without any excuses. She chose a worm of star as a third one of the spiritual materials. At this point, as the missions commissioner, the world Gurmansborough had obtained 5 worms of stars. Damn, 5? Damn, Audrey got 5? At the missions commissioner, the world... Wait, no, I'm stupid. I literally read Audrey had... No, stupid. The world Gurmansborough obtained 5 worms of stars, a grade 0 solar artifact, a third of the spiritual materials, and nearly 30 high-quality gems. Dude, he got almost everything. He smiled and looked at Forrest. Remember to tell your teacher about this. Just say that this is a gesture of my goodwill, and I want to make a deal with him. Oh, now he's going to be like, let's fucking do the deal, dude. Like, what is the deal, the world? What is the deal? This is our timestamp. Let's fucking keep reading, man. This is good. 53:24. I think after this chapter, I'm gonna quickly step outside and grab my my earbuds. I have them outside. I take my Legion Go with me when I go out. I started playing Disco Elysium, and I take my earbuds just so I can hear the game a little bit clearer whenever I play outside. Because sometimes the audio isn't that loud, but I can only wear these for so long. Yeah, I'm realizing my limit is like an hour. Insert trade offer meme. The trade offer meme. Yeah, that's a good idea. You get this, I get this. Chapter 1204. Sorry, I think the audio spiked. It's called Putting Life and Death Aside. Force wasn't surprised by Mr. World's request. She nervously replied, all right. What kind of deal is it exactly? Music change. End of this chapter. When you read, Leonard stood up and rubbed his temples. He left St. Some Cathedral and returned to 7 Pinter Street. Okay. All right, bet. When that happens, you can just send me the song, Kemi. Yeah, you're good. Bet, for sure. Oh my god, good catch, man. Dude, I wouldn't be able to change music on the spot, man, without you, bro. Holy shit, man. You're such a fucking huge help, Kemi, dude. Oh my god. I wouldn't even know. I spent so long. Yeah, I'll send a chat. Okay, because I take so long just trying to find music. Just because my music playlist is so big. I'll be honest, I need to update my music playlist and just keep a set amount of music that plays for like about an hour, because my playlist is like 8 hours long. There's 140 plus songs. Like, I need to like tone it down like by a lot. That would be easier if we do something where I could change music on stream directly. Would that be possible? Would that be possible? Is there a way to actually do that? I'm trying to think of a way to do that. Yeah, either with Discord Music bot or some website. Oh. A Discord Music bot? Oh, like say we're like on a Discord call where we're sharing a music bot, and then we're like listening to the same music or some shit, and then like either of us can change it. Oh shit, we can look into that. Okay. Except Discord voice chat is kind of janky at times. Really? Okay. So maybe a website like where we can have like shared music or some shit. Okay. All right. That sounds good. All right. We can look into that. All right. Fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta go use the bathroom. I'm trying to see if I can wait 15 minutes. I don't think I can wait 15 minutes. All right. I think back in 5. I need 5 minutes. Then go now? Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me go use the bathroom. I'll be quick.
We're back. I was able to do a whole thumbnail while I was out. I mean, it's kind of scuffed, but you know what? It's cool. I was able to publish a whole video right now while in the bathroom. I'm pretty proud of that one. That was super quick. All right, we're back. We are back. We're back and we're good. Let's keep going. Let's keep her going, man. Hold up. Let me fix my thing right here. Let me take off my sandals. Okay. Ugh. Gonna lay back a little. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We need music change when we read Leonard, right? When he stands up and leaves. All right, music change this chapter. Thank you, Kemi. Chapter 1204 is called Putting Life at Death Aside. Forrest wasn't surprised by Mr. World's request. She nervously replied, all right then. What kind of deal is it exactly? During this period of time, she had communicated with her teacher, Dorian Gray Abraham, several times under Miss Justice's guidance. She had laid quite a lot of foundation for their impending request. The World Klein laughed hoarsely. You don't have to tell him what I want for now. Just lay out my chips for him to see if he's interested. Your bargaining chip is still the promise to break the Abraham family curse. Forrest cautiously sought the information. Klein nodded and pointed at 061 on the long model table. It can also be this box of the grade oil ones. An item used to exchange for a grade 0 sealed artifact can't be so simple. Be it Justice Audrey or the Hermit Cattleya, both of them suddenly had such a realization. However, Forrest paid more attention to the promise of breaking the curse. This was because she had experienced it herself and knew how tragic her teacher's family was. She replied solemnly, without hesitation, all right. Backland Westboro, in the basement of a house, Saint Tenebros, who was hidden in the shadows, suddenly grew out of the darkness. He turned his head as if he was... Who? Saint Tenebros? Oh, he escaped! Yeah, I forgot he escaped. He turned his head as if he was listening to something. The muscles on his cheeks began to twitch. It wasn't just one chunk of flesh, but bits. Not only were they not connected to each other, but they were also interacting with each other. It looked extremely odd. In seconds, Kizma wore an extremely painful expression as his skin tore apart, as flesh and blood beneath squirmed, mixed with a deep black. With a thud, he fell to the ground and prostrated himself before the altar, vomiting out large amounts of organs and shimmering light. Saint Tenebros' head was pressed tightly against the ground as he muttered crazily, Bautis actually died. A secret sorcerer who wields a grade 0 sealed artifact died just like that. There's a tarot card, the Hermit. The two enemies that attacked were saints. Only one was a mythologist, while the other was a manipulator. The organization that believes in the Fool and uses the tarot cards as their codenames. German Sparrow, Zik Eggers. Oh shit. It's so hype, dude. Even now they're like, oh shit, man, these guys are strong, dude. After an uncontrollable murmur, Saint Tenebros Kizma cried, feeling both... He cried? What a baby. Feeling both vexed and pained, I repent, I repent, I repent. A few days later, in an apartment's room in Pritz Harbor, the disguised Dorian Gray Abraham had received a letter from Forrest through many hands. He examined it carefully and confirmed that there were no issues. After confirming that there were no abnormal signs, he took out the letter with the help of a letter knife. The beginning of the letter was the usual greetings. Following that, Forrest directly wrote, we have already killed Saints of Secrets Bautis and obtained the items on his person. Dorian had originally planned on scanning through the letter quickly, but he ended up stuck on the sentence. He read it a few times and forgot to continue reading. He's like, no fucking way they did it already. And continued reading. Dorian knew how strong and powerful Bautis was. Let me raise the volume a bit. Dorian knew how strong and powerful Bautis was. He also knew very well how terrifying a secret sorcerer was. But now the new student had been teaching for over a year and had told him a very calm tone that Bautis had already been taken care of. In an instant, the only things that echoed in Dorian's mind were thoughts of impossible, a lie, and a conspiracy. He suspected that Force had already been controlled by the Aura Order, and any major faction sequence 4 Beyonders... Oh, he's doubting her. And any major faction sequence 4... Battle music is a little too strong. Let's play Y. Let's play Y. Let's play Y. All right, we'll just start to play this all over. In any instant, the only things that echoed in Dorian's mind were thoughts of impossible, a lie, and a conspiracy.
He suspected the force had already been controlled by the Aurora Order, and any major faction, Sequence 4 Beyonders, who were absolute upper echelons and extremely important members. How could they be so easily killed? Dorian's throat bobbled up and down as he forcefully focused and continued reading the contents of the letter. We have obtained the box of the Great Old Ones. I believe you aren't unfamiliar with it. After reading another line, Dorian's eyelids twitched a few lines. He's like, what the fuck? He felt that the letter in his hand was as heavy as the boulder. Of course, he wasn't unfamiliar with the box of the Great Old Ones. This was a Grade 0 sealed artifact of the Abraham family, proof that they had once been glorious. I know, I read that so wrong. The one that was killed was Bottas, who possessed the box of the Great Old Ones. Dorian's shock kept rising. He felt that the things had gone beyond his imagination. On one hand, he felt that there was a possibility that it wasn't impossible. Perhaps the one who really killed Bottas was actually the box of the Great Old Ones. All right, that's more believable. He knew very well how dangerous that Grade 0 artifact was. At the same time, he finally noticed the word "we." This was the first time Force has indicated that she had companions and partners. Of course, Dorian had already guessed it, but he hadn't called her out. Indeed, Dorian sighed and eagerly read the rest. I have a friend who wants to show his goodwill by pushing his operation against Bottas. He said that he wanted to make a deal with you and is willing to use the box of the Great Old Ones or a promise to remove the Abraham family's curse in exchange. He wonders if you're interested. He doesn't know where you are and I won't tell him. You can totally refuse. A promise to remove the curse. Dorian skipped over the box of the Great Old Ones and ruminated on the extremely important part of the sentence. After the first few letters, he had fully understood the true nature of the family's curse. It was both a sorrowful and helpless matter, a glimmer of hope that was brewed out of the pain. Before this, who would have thought that the person who'd caused the descent of the Abraham family to lose control would be their ancestors' cry for help? This was like a cruel joke from fate. Fate does a lot of strange things in this series, man. Dorian didn't know if Why is it a long chapter? Dorian didn't know if Mr. Door knew the consequences of his actions, nor did he know how to describe his complicated feelings. However, he couldn't help but start searching for a way to make Mr. Door return and completely remove the family's curse. This was a path with very slim hope, but for the Abraham family, it was enough. It was enough because a light had finally appeared in the darkness. The Light Seeker. Okay, I see that. I understood that reference. After an unknown period of time, Dorian folded the letter and smiled bitterly to himself. Goodwill, such goodwill is frightening. After he muttered to himself, he fell into silence again. His expression was gloomy and his heart seemed to be struggling. Gong. The sound of the wall clock rang. Oh, it's like the hour. The sound of the wall clock rang, punctually snapping Dorian out of his daze. His expression gradually became solemn and he finally made a decision. After making up his mind, Dorian felt much more relaxed. He even smiled. He first burned For's letter before packing his bag and heading out to the steam locomotive station to Pritz Harbor. He was going to Salvile, but not to hide, but to make some preparations. He planned on handing all his family items and potion formulas to one of the family members who was staying there before returning to Pritz Harbor, in case it's a trap. With his identity as Dorian Gray, he would head back to Backland to meet his student Force and the powerhouse who had shown him his goodwill. When the time came, he would consume a type of medicine in advance to allow himself to suffer a powerful curse that rooted itself in its spirit body. For what? He would have to regularly consume another type of medicine to maintain his life. This way, even if he was controlled and unable to commit suicide, he would quickly die because he had no chance to take the medicine. With his spirit body dissipating, he would leak any key information. Okay, it's like the pill some informants take, right? When like they rather not leak stuff. For this journey, Dorian had put his life and death aside. He was willing to sacrifice his life for that slim hope. Holy shit. Yo, what's up, Sonny? Northborough and Backland beneath St. Samuel Cathedral. Leonard, where were Leonard? I slept listening to Easy's voice, and he came in my dream. And I showed up in your dream? Oh, shit. Hell yeah, man. Northborough. Cyanide. Oh, and cyanide pill. Thank you. I remember when they did that in 10, I was like, what kind of pill is that? And like, oh yeah, it's a cyanide. Northborough and Backland, beneath St. Samuel Cathedral, Leonard, who had just had a discussion with the members of the mandated Punishers, the Machinery Hive Mind, and MI9, returned to his office and sat down. At that moment, the slightly aged voice of Palazzo Ross resounded in his mind. They finally found the exact location of the Jacobs family treasure trove and are about to enter. Leonard was momentarily stunned, unable to react. Previously, at the gathering of the Hermits of Fate, he had sold the news of the Jacobs family treasure trove, and no one knew what was inside. No one was willing to offer a high price, and Leonard's main goal was not to trade it, so he had only exchanged it for some rare spirits. He merely lowered his voice and said, "Old man, how do you know that?"
Huh, it's a given that I sent out my avatar to monitor the area. Palazaros replied unhappily. Are you underestimating an angel from Marauder Pathway? Kinda. Leonardo laughed dryly. Old man, you've recovered quite well. You even have excessive characteristics for an avatar. I'm already at the level of a sequence 2, Palazaros scoffed. Next, don't go out. Just stay inside of the cathedral to prevent any accidents from happening. Are you worried that a trap lies with the treasure? Leonardo asked thoughtfully. How can a treasure left behind by a marauder angel not have a trap? Palazaros said with a scoff. I can't predict what will happen, but staying underground in the cathedral is definitely safe. How long are you going to read? I'll be honest, me and the missus don't plan to watch How I Met Your Mother for like another 4 hours. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Leonard nodded and suppressed his voice. Let's hope everything goes smoothly. Old man, you promised me that if you can successfully obtain a sequence 2 beyond a characteristic, you will steal a grade 1 seal artifact from the items they obtained from me. It wasn't that he was concerned about whether he reaped anything out of it, but rather it was at ease to his sudden anxiety. Whether you're against stealing, after a mocking remark, Palas fell silent as if he was focused on monitoring the situation of Jacob family's treasure trove. About an hour later, he heaved a sigh of relief in Leonard's mind. Although there were many traps and accidents, they eventually reached a predetermined target. I only took that characteristic and a sealed artifact. The rest will be their payment. Don't be in a hurry to leave this place. Wait until I absorb the characteristics before leaving. When that happens, there won't be any problems. Leonard immediately relaxed and leaned back, crossing his legs as he read the newspaper leisurely. And the evening, Palazaros finally spoke again. It's done. His voice contained plenty of emotions, but because it was too complicated, Leonard was unable to tell. Seeing that nothing had happened and the old man might still need to digest, Leonard stood up and rubbed his temples. He left St. Samuel Cathedral and returned. Oh, he stood up and returned to 7 Pinester Street. I caught that. Music change. Right, Cammy? Music change? I don't know what to play. Gotcha. What's the music? I'm gonna loop it. Oh, we're playing this one? Oh, okay. Alright, that's a little hype. That's a little exciting. Alright. What sort of mysteries are gonna happen today? Alright. It's done. We have the music. Alright, let's go, dude. He left St. Samuel Cathedral and returned to 7 Pinester Street. Yo, this music gets me fucking hyped now, dude. I'm excited. And returned to 7 Pinester Street. As he passed through the porch, he suddenly saw a person sitting on the sofa. Oh, shit. Dude, what the fuck is it? I can tell the chapter ends next page. Just fucking him on. The man was wearing a classical back robe and a pointed hat. He placed his right leg over his left and was leisurely reading a newspaper. Was he wearing a monocle? Okay, where's the monocle? Oh wait, I can't scroll. As if sensing Leonard's arrival, the person raised his head and adjusted the monocle on his right eye, revealing a teasing smile. Oh shit, he's teasing people now. Yo, what the fuck is this? Is this PG-13? What are we reading? Oh shit, GG, bro, it's over. A 1,000-year-old trap. Wait. What if Palas was Amon this whole fucking time? Are you fucking kidding me? Wait. What? Okay, time step. Wait. 1:06. 05. Wait, the music is so loud. Actually, hold up. I actually need to lower the music just a smidge. It's a little bit too loud on my end. I'm gonna lose my train of thought. I'm gonna lower it on my end. I'm gonna raise it for you guys. Give me a sec. Oh, the plot definitely thickens. Give me a sec. Test. Check 1, 2, 3. I need to be able to hear myself and be able to subtly hear the music. But then I'm gonna adjust it for you guys. Test. Check. Test. Test. It's too quiet. I got you. Don't worry. I'm just lowering it for me first. Here we go. All right. Let me do this. 1,205. I think this is good. I have like about halfway. I have like about half of my voice, and I think it's good. Minus 40 decibels. I have like about half of my voice. No, I just want background music. All right. I think this is good.
I can raise it a little bit more. I think this is a little bit too loud. You guys let me know. I'll put it right here for now. Oh, here we go. Chapter, copy chapter. I'm gonna wear this bitch for a while. Woo! Here we go. Chapter 1205. Amon! Blasphemer Amon! Leonard, not Leonard. Leonard was no stranger to the person in front of him. Not only had he faced his avatar, but I forgot we fought his avatar together with Leonard. Not only had he faced his avatar, but he had also heard of his various deeds and nasty character from Old Man Palas Zarast. Oh shit. At that moment, Leonard thought nearly froze as his mind went blank. Only a small number of thoughts could spin. Amon's lips suddenly quivered as he muttered a raving that was completely at the level of a deity. One voice after another echoed in Leonard's mind as though it came from the countless numbers of Amon's. Are you pleasantly surprised? Are you shocked? After realizing that I won't be able to get to Severia Castle anytime soon, I shifted my focus to Backlund. If it wasn't to fool all of you, why would I have played such a simple cat and mouse game with you? I think you two should be in contact. He must have told you that I'm still tracking him and sabotaging his operations, that I even set a trap for him at his destinations. Oh shit, dude. That's just an avatar that's close to sequence 1. Wait, one sec. It's a little bit loud for me. One sec. Ah, right. Palas. I forgot to tell you that in the last years of the 4th epoch, I pretended to be the ancestor of the... Ah, right. Palas. I forgot to tell you in the later years of the 4th epoch, I pretended to be the ancestor of the Jacob family. I had long swallowed him in secret. Then I watched his descendants panic. I'm sorry, what? We actually aren't? Then I thought of a way to add another secret treasure trove to place where Tudor became the Blood Emperor. Did I have the music looped? I didn't. Oh, and now the music is way too low. Read a little bit more. Don't worry, the music's gonna ramp up. The music's kind of look as just started. I didn't finish off these fellows because I had a premonition that this treasure trove would be very useful. I had an avatar that had been sleeping there for more than 1,000 years, patiently waiting for someone to open the treasure trove. As for the other avatars, I didn't synchronize this information. Oh, so all of them didn't know? I didn't synchronize this information to them. That way, I might be able to create a ruse at some point in time. I'm sorry, you guys are gonna have to break this down right now. I'm getting lost. Hold up. Yes, this kind of synchronization is something I invented, Palas. You're quite behind the scenes. In order to confirm your whereabouts, I watched that bunch of fellows destroy the traps and take the items away. I watched your avatar steal the characteristic and steal the artifacts from their hands. I watched him carefully devour and digest it. Now my patience has finally paid off. I guess you must be thinking of how to stop for time and wait for your deity's descent. These voices overlapped each other, tearing through Leonard's thoughts and hurting his soul. It made his head swell and contract, causing a bunch of short black hairs to grow on his face. It made his ribs and waist bulge as though it was about to form a new body. The music is F too low? With just ravings alone, Leonardo was close to losing control. He was in extreme pain and he had no means of resisting. Oh, shut up. No. This was the son of the creator, a kings of angel. At the same time, 7 Pinester Street changed. At some point in time, pitch black stone pillars were erected around them, propping up a majestic cathedral. Each column of the cathedral was embedded with the bones of different races. Hello. What? Wait, I don't mean saying hello like that. Wait, hold up, just because we're reading. What the fuck? Each column of the cathedral were embedded with bones of different races. They were densely packed as they used different eye sockets to stare at the puny Leonard, who stood in the middle as though they were constructing a ritual? A trial. Amon stood in front of the cross that was more than 1,000... 100! Damn! Hold up! I read Amon and I'm hearing this shit, I'm going crazy. Where are we at, baddies? Bro, what the fuck? Hold up. Amon has Leonard. Amon stood in front of the cross that was more than 100 meters tall in the depths of the church, smiling as he looked at Leonard's grinning face. This corpse cathedral is pretty good, isn't it? I just stole it not that long ago. A corpse cathedral? I'm sorry, do we have artwork on that? Let me just save that for later. I just stole it not long ago. This way, if they wish to discover any abnormalities here and do a deity's ascent, it can stall for at least 30 seconds. That's enough. As he spoke, Amon raised his hand to pinch the crystal monocle that had a beaming face underneath it. Leonard suddenly heard a gong. Adam's Corpse Cathedral? Adam's Church was... I remember like the 100-meter tall cross, but I don't remember it being a corpse cathedral. I thought it was like a white, shiny cathedral. Maybe I'm confusing the cathedral because his outfit, he's always dressed in white. Okay, he stole that from him? Leonard suddenly heard a gong. It was ethereal, as though it came from an infinite distance away. This caused the ear-piercing ravings that tainted Leonard's spirit body to come to an abrupt stop as everything around him turned silent. And Leonard's eyes, beams of light shot out from his body, condensing into a pure and pure figure that was like a wingless angel. The figure was also 100 meters tall, and its body was constantly carousing with a faint glow, as though it was announcing the passage of time. With that, Leonard's body was pushed by an invisible force and flew towards the door of the Corpse Cathedral. On the door, transparent and distorted faces appeared. They sealed the inside from the outside, isolating it from the spirit world and the astral world. Gong. Another bell rang. The transparent faces, filled with pain, froze. Leonard's figure was no longer obstructed. In the short span of time, he passed through the main door of the Corpse Cathedral without feeling anything. Everything he saw instantly returned to normal. There was still a bit of light high up in the sky. The gas lamps by the side of the streets were already emitting light, illuminating 7 Pinester Street. From the outside, the building was silent, quiet, and dark. There was nobody around. Old man, it was only at this moment that Leonard finally found his train of thought. His heart tightened as he strode forward and returned to the house. However, the door to the 7 Pinester Street was so heavy that he couldn't open it anytime soon. With this obstruction, Leonard finally regained some of his senses. He hurriedly retreated as he quickly thought of what he could do to save Old Man. After a few seconds, he stopped and lowered his head with a solemn expression. He quickly chanted in Jotum, "The fool that doesn't belong to this era." Leonard already knew that the one inside was Amon's true body, and to deal with Amon's true body, he could only seek help from a god. Oh shit. Walking through the darkness with a lantern in hand, Klein... It's like, what is he gonna do from here? Walking through the darkness with lantern in his hand, Klein entered the historical fog immediately. Then he took 4 steps counterclockwise and went above the gray fog. After listening to Leonard's prayers, the puzzled and nonchalant-looking Clyde instantly sobered up. Don't worry, the music's going to go back up right now. It just looped. It was as if he had just woken up from a hibernation and had just climbed out of bed when he was splashed with a basin of cold water. Amon's true body has gone to Backland. Amon's true body has found Leonard and Palaz. Amon stole the Corpse Cathedral from his brother and used it to delay a divine descent. So it turns out that when he suggested that we play the game of who will be the first to find the Black Demonic Wolf Coder, he had never thought of deciding on a winner. He didn't care what the stakes were either. His goal was to draw my attention and believe that he is still pursuing me. Oh, that's smart. And trying to steal Safari Castle from me. The trap hidden in the Jacobs family treasure trove was planted by Amon from 1 to 2,000 years ago. It has finally come into play. Many of the thoughts flashed with Klein's mind as he raised his right hand and summoned the item from the junk pile. Oh shit, he summons the fucking box? He's gonna use it? 061 Box of the Great Old Ones. I bet you Amon doesn't know we have this. This was a grade 0 sold artifact, and it was also from the Apprentice Pathway. It could better utilize the power of Safari Castle and produce better results. In the face of Amon's true body, this might bring Palaz some hope. At the same time, through the Prayer of Light, Klein confirms that Leonard hadn't been possessed by Amon. He immediately instructed in the tone of Mr. Fool, leave the scene and go to an Evernight Cathedral. Also pray to Evernight. A pinnacle sequence battle beneath deities was definitely not something that a Beyonder at Leonard's level could participate in. Even though Klein had gained some initial control of Safari Castle and held 061, he didn't have much confidence. He only hoped that he could stall for time until a deity's descent happened. Deities chilling as usual. Outside 7 Pinester Street, Leonard heard Mr. Fool's words echoing in his ears. He was stunned for a moment before he looked up at the tightly shut door. Then he turned around and used his right knuckle to rustily knock on a certain tooth. When are they not chilling? They've been chilling since day 1, dude. Since chapter 1. A series of illusory mud searched out of the spread onto the top of Leonard's head, enveloping him from top to bottom. Suddenly, Leonard seemed to transform into a mud doll as he kept sinking to the ground and fusing into the earth. This was a rare, natural spirit that had exchanged from the Hermit of Fate. It didn't contain any Beyonder characteristics, and its powers mainly came from the spirit world. It allowed Leonard to quickly traverse the soil at a speed far faster than the steam loco metro. As Leonard left Backland, Klein had picked up the gem-embedded box of the Great Old Ones. He stirred the powers of the Sephira Castle and cast his gaze at the pitch-black church that overlapped with the embedded bones. The cathedral isolated his true vision, preventing him from seeing the situation inside, so he can't see inside the corpse cathedral. He could only determine that the battle had yet to end through the flashes of light that stained the glass let through. Use 067's first level power to swap its interior space with the corpse cathedral? No, isn't this equivalent to letting Amon enter Sephira Castle? Oh, because if he enters 061 that's currently in Sephira Castle, then he's in? Just the first level of the box of the Great Old Ones cannot imprison him. So level 2? Activate the second level and move the entire 7 Pinester Street somewhere else? Oh shit, it's not going to work. No, it won't work either, so we go level 3. Once we leave Backland, there won't be a timely divine descent. It will be even more dangerous than Palazzoras. Third level, opening it might lead to a switch in owners of Sephira Castle. Fuck, maybe that's the goal. As his thoughts flashed through his mind, Klein came up with an idea. He wanted to narrow the target area to a tiny point and exert pressure on it to crack it. He wanted to change the Corpse Cathedral's door and the space in the first level of the box of the Great Old Ones using Sephira Castle. So he doesn't do the whole cathedral but the door, so that the seal that isolated the spirit world and the astral world will be ineffective. If that was the case, the deities would realize the situation and accelerate the speed of a deity's descent. It's so hard for me to follow that. This logic is like, I know you guys understand, but it's hard for me to grasp this part. At the end of the long model table, Klein sat in a high-backed chair and aimed at the crimson star representing Leonard as he opened the first level of the box of the Great Old Ones, okay? The surging power in Sephira Castle suddenly calmed down, returning to its usual concealment as it silently pierced through the crimson star. And the real world at 7 Pinester Street, the door of the Corpse Cathedral that overlapped with ordinary buildings lost its luster. Following that, it became a light pool with gravel and cobblestone. The situation inside and outside suddenly cleared up as if it was reflected in Klein's eyes. In front of the corpse that was 100 meters tall, the black robe, pointed hat, and Monaco Damon slowly turned around to open door. Amon is hiding the cathedral so deities can't... Yeah, that's why Klein can't see into it. Like, even Klein, that's why Klein couldn't see. If Klein can break a part of it... Oh, if Klein... That's why he said just break a tiny piece. If Klein can break a part of it, they'll detect it and come down to kick him away. Oh, so because Klein couldn't detect him, he's like, they can't detect him. Yes. So he wanted to... You see, man, this is so hard for me to, like, understand sometimes. I don't know if it's because I'm reading it live and then looking at chat. I know when I reread things off stream, I get it a lot quicker. Okay, thank you for breaking that down. As his thoughts flashed through his mind, Klein came up with an idea. He wanted to narrow the target area to a tiny point and exert pressure on it to crack it. That's what he meant by crack. Okay. He wanted to exchange the Corpse Cathedral's door, the space in the first level of the box of the Great Old Ones, using Sephira Castle so as the seal that isolated the spirit world and astral world would be ineffective. If that was the case, the deities would realize the situation and accelerate the speed of a deity's descent. Got it. At the end of the long model table, Klein sat in a high black chair and aimed at the crimson star that represented Leonard as he opened the first level of the box of the Great Old Ones. The surging power... I'm reading this, by the way, sorry. For a reason I'm not sure I can say in chat right now, that they don't watch all of the words all the time. Who, me? Klein knows only because Leonard prayed to him. But deities can only... Oh, okay, wait. Got it. Oh, I get you, Kemi. I know what you mean. In the real world, 7 Pinester Street, the door of the Corpse Cathedral that overlap with ordinary buildings lost its luster. Following that, it became a light of pool with gravel and cobblestone. The situation inside and outside suddenly cleared up, and it was reflected in Klein's eyes. In front of the corpse that was 100 meters tall, the black robes, pointed hat, and Monaco Damon slowly turned around to the opened door. He held a crystal pillar formed from the light and his pillars of light. He held a crystal pillar formed from the light and shadows in his hands. There were many 12 ringed worms of time swimming rapidly inside. Everything around him seemed to stop. Amon raised his head and looked up into the sky at the corner of his mouth, curled up. Sky? Mommy Evernight? Sly old foxes, every one of them. Chapter 1206. Okay. Let's fucking keep reading, dude. 120. 10. That was good. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I accidentally typed Corpse Cathedral. Instant noodle style. Palas got cooked in 30 seconds. Instant noodle style. Fucking instant ramen, bro. Oh shit, my man got turned into instant noodle. Instant noodle. Chapter 1206 is called Sly Old Foxes, Every One of Them. Too late, after Klein's heart sank, he suddenly felt the box of the Great Old Ones in his hand shake violently. He hurriedly looked down and saw that the surface of the corpse cathedral door, which had shrunken into a toy, emitted rays of light. Every twisted face on the whistle skull seemed to come alive. Adam's corpse cathedral has such a high level, it can withstand the first level. What the fuck? It can withstand the first level. Yeah, I guess it's Adam. It can withstand the first level 061 with just one door. Without any hesitation, Klein used the crimson star representing Leonard and locked onto a gas lamp on 7 Pinter Street. Suddenly, the door with the white bones protruding out with a distorted face returned to the real world, and on the first level of the box of the Great Old Ones, there was an additional toy street lamp. Right on the heels of that, Klein aimed at the mon inside of the corpse cathedral as he switched his right hand, opening the second level of 061. At that moment, Palazros was no longer present on the battlefield. Without any qualms, Klein could move Amon elsewhere. He had designated the destination to be the Astroworld, hoping that the 7 deities would show him their love. But I'm sorry, all of them? Show him their love, but it was unknown if there would be a random anomaly. At this moment, the door returned to the Corpse Cathedral, then the majestic building that overlapped with 7 Pinter Street quickly disintegrated. The process of the collapse was very organized. First, it began from the dome, following by the arches and the walls. It finally ended with the pitch black stone pillars. The item that fell didn't hit the ground and instead disappeared in midair. Standing in front of the cross, Amon also began to dissipate along the corpse of the entire corpse cathedral. It was as though he had also been envisioned an entity that could be removed at any time. An entity that can be removed at any time? Of course, Klein knew very well that this was only Amon exploiting a loophole to use the expiration of the imaged corpse cathedral. Okay, so as to also become a figment of imagination and leave Backland? Boom. At some point in time, a thick, dark fucking marauder, man. This marauder pathway is fucking nutty. At some point in time, a thick, dark cloud appeared in midair. A ball of lightning the size of a house dragged a silver-white stream of light as it ruthlessly smashed onto the corpse cathedral and Amon's body and had not completely disintegrated. Oh, shit. They coming. A fine crack appeared on Amon's crystal molecule. Oh, it cracked? It cracked? That's the first time we've ever seen his monocle crack. Wait, it actually took damage. A fine crack appeared on Amon's crystal molecule at some point on his head collapse. Oh shit. However, this angel of time didn't panic. When his face twitched uncontrollably, he maintained his smile and held the crystal pillar formed from light and shadows like an illusion. He completely disintegrated as the sea of light that filled the corpse cathedral vanished, and the next second the pitch black and bone embedded towering cathedral returned to the realm of fantasy. Okay, so it's non-existent now. The house on 7 Pinter Street remained, but there were exaggerated marks on the living room's floor. The mark was like a person lying there having turned to ashes. This was left behind by the countless avatars. Wait, what? This was left behind by the countless avatars of Amon after they were smote apart. However, Klein knew that Amon's true body had successfully escaped and has achieved his desired goal, which was, when he recovered the Kings of Angels, was just short of a ritual to reach the divine throne and become the embodiment of all the Eronius in the world. After I swapped the main door of the Corpse Cathedral, the first one to notice and react to his was the Lords of Storms. Yeah, that's why he fucking hit it with lightning. The goddess really has no way of performing a divine descent. I thought when it showed the black cloud or whatever, like, oh, it's her, like concealment, but no, it was just Gods of Storm. Got it. Okay. The goddess really has no way of performing a divine descent. She can only use various mediums to interfere with reality, making it difficult for her to affect him when he is prepared. So if she can't descend, we gotta go to her on the moon, dude. I was still feeling happy for myself that I managed to escape from Amon. I was satisfied that I had repeatedly avoided him and didn't fall into his traps, but in the end, he ended up pulling off such a huge stunt without any prior warnings. When did he transfer his focus to Backland? It should be after I decided the laws to resurrect elsewhere. He caught a hint of Palazaros as well as the fact that there is a connection between him and me. Oh. He began to target the last sequence one beyond her characteristics so as to become a true god. Back then, Leonard didn't explain in detail when he was praying. He only mentioned that there was a problem with the treasure trove of the Jacobs family. For a Sequence 1 angel who's so familiar with Amon not to notice anything amiss and fall into his trap, Amon must have been doing something incredible again. Phew, although I've rapidly grown in my battle of wits with Amon and completed a transformation, the fact that he can keep up with this, I'm still far from being a top swindler like him. I'm still too tender. Once Amon became a Sequence 0 error and can even traverse the land, it will be tough for me. No, I have to figure out the Marauder Pathway ritual to become a god. I need to think of a way to do some damage. I can't let Amon easily ascend to the divine throne. But can this be what Amon wants? Maybe that's not even his goal. He probably still just wants the pharaoh. He doesn't care about hitting the divine throne or whatever. He probably doesn't even care about that. But can this be what Amon wants? He will deliberately hold a ritual and wait for me to knock on his doorsteps. As his thoughts raced, Klein let out a long sigh. Then he sent a message to Leonard in a tone to the fool. There's no need to pray. In St. Samuel Cathedral, Leonard had just emerged from the soul in the garden. He was trying to rush into the prayer hall when he heard Mr. Fool's words, there's no need to pray. Leonard slowed down as he repeated the sentence in a daze. He slowed down and finally stopped beside a stone door. He lowered his head and raised his hands to cover his face. At this moment, a slightly aged voice suddenly echoed his mind. What are you so sad about? I haven't died yet? Ah, Leonard released his hands and stood in the daze in pleasant surprise. Oh man, you haven't died yet. His eyes were already slightly red. Look at that. He was... Oh, was Leonard actually going to cry that old man was dead? Oh man, that's sad. He's starting to like Palazaros, man. His eyes were already slightly red. Look at you, what are you saying? Palazaros' voice was clearly weak. Ahem, to put it simply, I've died once, but not entirely yet. Oh? Leonard finally... Oh, I assume from back then. Leonard finally heaved a sigh of relief and looked around, seeing that no one was paying attention. He lowered his voice and said, did you successfully deceive Amon? I can't really call it deceiving. Palazaros said and said, all these years, the things I've thought about the most is what I should do if Amon's true body finds me. After repeated experiments, I've also created a technique. After my true body dies, I can revive in my avatar. However, I will lose the Sequence 1 beyond a characteristic and passively lower my level. Huh. I haven't been left behind by the times either. In other words, Amon killed you once and obtained your Sequence 1 characteristic. Okay, that makes sense. While you resurrected as a Sequence 2 level. Okay. Leonard had a rough idea of what was going on as he asked in confirmation. Palazaros sighed and replied, something like that. Actually, it's not like Amon didn't notice it. He didn't do anything to stop it when I pushed you out of the Corpse Cathedral. He just wanted to leave some hope for me and make me lose my will to fight to the death in the upcoming battle. That's exactly what he was doing to fucking Klein for Sephara. He wanted him to lose all hope. So if not for that, I wouldn't have been able to be finished by him so quickly. After all, I basically recovered after observing the treasure trove beyond our characteristics. Leonard blurted out in surprise, old man, you pushed me out of the Corpse Cathedral because I have your avatar in me? Oh, he has his avatar in him. Palas immediately scoffed. What do you think? Do you really think I'm treating you like a grandson? Don't you have other avatars? Oh shit, drop my mic. Like, what, you're not doing it because you like me? Oh wait, hold up. Let me turn off my blue light filter. One sec. Don't you have... Wait, what do you think? Wait, what do you think? Do you really think I'm treating you like a grandson? Don't you have any other avatars? Leonardo muttered. Palas grunted aside. Amon actually lied to his avatar. I must admit that he pulled a fast one on me. If it wasn't for the fact that he learned that the Angel of Time didn't know the exact situation of the Jacobs family, treasure trove back then, he observed Amon's avatar. He definitely wouldn't have taken more caution of the matter and would have made more adequate preparations for Amon's appearance. This was the most important reason. As for the other matters regarding the Jacob family, ancestors, or Klein Rarity playing hide and seek with Amon's true body and the Forsaken Lands of Gods, most of them were key in him making up his mind. Leonard, does Easy know about the TG? About Jacob family? Probably not. Amon said he took over the ancestor. Wait, which part exactly? Oh, just the part where Amon took over? Yes, he does. Okay. I was like, wait, like what is he hinting at? What do you think? Do you really think I'm treating you like a grandson? Do you have any other avatars? Leonardo muttered. Palas grunted inside. Amon actually lied to his avatar. I must admit that he pulled a fast one on me. If it wasn't for the fact that he learned that the Angel in Time didn't know the exact situation of the Jacob family treasure trove, back when he observed Amon's avatar, he definitely would have taken more caution on the matter and would have made more adequate preparations for Amon's appearance. This was the most important reason. As for the other matters regarding the Jacob family ancestor of Klein Moretti playing hide and seek with a monster body in the Forsaken Lands of Gods, none of them were key in him making up his mind. Leonard thought for a moment and counseled Old Man, you would have fallen for this most fatal of traps in the treasure trove regardless, so it isn't bad for you to have survived it. That's not it. Palazzi immediately refuted. If I had a premonition that something dangerous would happen, I would have directly taken up faith of a true god and become their grounded angel. Palaz. With their protection, I would head to Jacob family's treasure trove. Sigh, after I observed... Wait... Sigh, after I absorbed the characteristic and regained the strength of a sequence 1, I was considered this problem. Should I join the Church of Evernight or work with a fool of yours, or remove the parasitizing and hide from Amon like before? Upon saying this, his emotions became very complicated again. Old Man really has quite a plan. Why are you so familiar with seeking refuge from a deity? Leonard slided inwardly as he focused his attention on the most important matter. Old Man, after Mon obtained your sequence 1 beyond a characteristic, will he be preparing for the Apotheosis ritual? Probably. Alright. Yes, Palash replied in a deep voice. This means... Wait here, one was on the chapter. I got you. Let me read it right now. This means that for a very long period of time, your former colleague and ourselves would at most be harassed by Mon's lower level avatars or nothing at all. What is the requirement of his Apotheosis ritual? Leonard pressed. Oh shit, we're gonna find out? Palash fell silent for a second before saying, to replace someone during their Apotheosis ritual? Replace someone? At this point, Palas laughed self-deprecatingly. Amon's next focus will definitely be the Apotheosis ritual. This will be our last moments of peace and quiet. Once he becomes a god, he will definitely come to you to deal with the fool through you. Although I can abandon you and run ahead of time, I have to worry that he has the intention of retrieving all the characteristics at the angel level, including him. Apotheosis. I got it. We're gonna figure it out right now. I got you. Apotheosis. Hold up, text to speech.
Palaz fell silent for a second before saying, to replace someone during their apotheosis ritual.
Apotheosis. Their apotheosis ritual. At this point, Palaz laughed self-declaring. Got it. Although I can abandon you and run ahead of time, I have to worry that he has the intention of retrieving all the characteristics at the angel level. You're missing the E? Let me practice it right now. Hold up, just like five more sentences, and then we'll practice. Gain control of those rare spirits as soon as possible. Oh, shit. Gain control of those rare spirits as soon as possible. Digest a potion and become a demigod. Wield a holy artifact and obtain the favor of Evernight. Leonard's expression turned serious as he slowly nodded. He merely found a quiet spot and informed Mr. Fool through a prayer of the key information. Someone else's apotheosis ritual. Someone else's apotheosis ritual? Apotheosis. I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. Someone else's apotheosis ritual. The only one who seems to be able to become a god anytime soon is Adam? AVA? Amon versus Adam? It's good if two brothers end up fighting. Oh, Amon versus Adam. It's good if two brothers end up fighting. Holy shit, this is a huge W. Apotheosis. That's a big clap right there. You fucking got it, man. Oh, man. The only ones who seems to be able to become a god anytime soon is Adam. It's good if the two brothers end up fighting. The final period of peace, I hope that an avatar that Amon leaves behind to interfere with me won't be too strong. I hope that I can find traces of their dark demonic wolf as soon as possible. I hope that Dorian will agree to the deal, climb side, and return to the real world. He continued walking in the dark with his lantern raised. Easy, who are you supporting, Adam or Amon? I don't know, man. That's hard. Wait, hold up. I was going to ask, can you guys help me understand what just happened with the whole Jacob family? But I think you guys actually broke it down for me. Hold up. Let me scroll up. Okay. Basically, the only thing... Hold up, before I read it. He said he tricked them into believing he was part of them for like over 1,000 years. Something along those lines. Hold up. Let me read this. This is kind of hard to follow. Hold up. Amon at this point has 2 sequence 1 characteristics, and that are uniqueness, right? And he needs 1 more for sequence 0. Amon said he took over the answer, yes. Oh, thank you, Cami. Amon acted as Jacob ancestor for hundreds of years and made the tomb like that to make Pallas fall for it. He stole the fate of the sequence 1 ancestor of the Jacob family, so now he has all the sequence 1s. Oh, so he does have all of them. So that makes 3? Thanks, Clown Man. So oh my god, thank you, Anon. Thank you for clarifying that right here with Clown Man and Cami. Thanks, Clown Man. So Amon has all 3, and that's why he said he's ready for the apotheosis ritual, but he has to take someone else's. Wow. Sorry, 3 sequence 1 character. Yeah, you only need 3 sequence 1 characteristics. Wait, so we know he has everything except for the ritual done for sequence 0. And Amon's sequence 0 ritual is to steal someone else's. Yeah. So the sequence 0 ritual is to steal someone else's. And the only one ready for that is Adam. So Amon has to steal Adam's place. Oh, no, I mean, clearly Adam is gonna lose. I feel like Amon is the bigger threat right now. So I feel like he takes out Adam. But knowing Adam, I feel like that's part of his plan. I feel like that's part of his story. Where did you read that? Man, what? Wait. The sequence 0 name is error, so no matter what ritual sequence 1 comes up with it to become a sequence 0, the error uniqueness, and because he will always create errors in the ritual, causing it to fail. Amon killed sequence 1 Jacob ancestor and stole his fate, and then acted as him for hundreds of years before making the tomb to trap Pallas and getting his characteristic. That was his first death. So he must steal someone else's apotheosis ritual. Easy cooking, or is he? Heard it here first, folks. Clown is tweaking. Clown is tweaking. Don't listen to his last message. Okay. Amon no diffs Adam. I don't even know what that means. What does no diff mean,
dude? I think Amon kills Adam. Hold up. Because like Adam. Why are our opinions so opposing? I feel like that's half the fun of LOTM when you have difference in opinions. But as long as we're cordial, then it's okay. You support Adam? Shit, man. I feel like there's people that support Adam. No difference. I guess, yeah, they're basically the same level. I think Adam wipes the floor with him. He's the big bro. True. I'm coding easy. Oh. I don't know, man. I really feel like Amon is gonna succeed, but like I feel like that's all part of Adam's plan, man. Like if Adam created the Twilight Hermit Order and all this other crazy ass shit, has access to the second Blasphemy Slate, there's no shot he doesn't know his little bro's apotheosis ritual. Like there's no shot he doesn't know. Like he would know. And the fact that he would know, he would be preparing for this. You know easy by now? Wait, what'd I do? He would know, man. Like I feel like, and then he's gonna like feed into this. I really feel like that's part of his plan. This Adam losing is part of his plan, and because Adam loses, he technically wins. But I think Amon succeeds because like Amon is too much of a fucking enigma. Adam def knows. Yeah, Adam. There's no shot Adam doesn't know. He literally has a fucking quill. Like, but like, would Amon be able to perceive that? Oh my god. Oh man. Too much brain thinking. Too much brain thinking. Oh man, brain blast. There's too much. There's like so many, like it's like 5D chess. It's like, you know, I know, he knows that he knows. And because he knows that, I know what's gonna happen. That's basically what Adam is saying. Easy. Imagine Klein joins the fight. Adam and Amon for his ritual. Fuck, dude. Klein is not gonna fucking join. He like, hell fucking. He's like, I'm out. That's too scary. All right, man. Next fucking chapter, dude. Imagine that happens in like one chapter right now. Oh, I almost dropped my mic. Let's fucking keep reading, man. Let's keep fucking going. I think we're gonna keep going. Yeah, he would definitely not join. I think we're gonna keep going. I think we can keep going. I think we're good. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I might have to slip into my PJs in a bit, but we can keep going. Actually, no. I think if I just lean back, I'm chill. Let me just lean back right now.
Let's do timestamp. 1:39:01. Let me just lean back for this chapter. All right. We keep going. Dorian's Decision, chapter 1207. Backlund, Sherwood Borough, 22 Hope Street, Hat Trick Inn. With broad shoulders and thick arms, Dorian Gray Abraham, unknowing... Oh, sure. Okay, Dorian's Decision. Duh. Okay, he's here. With broad shoulders and thick arms, Dorian Gray Abraham unknowingly paced back and forth in the room, waiting for his student Forrest to visit. No matter how composed and mentally prepared he was, he couldn't help but feel nervous and uneasy when he eventually needed to face the answer. After an unknown period of time, there was a series of knocks on the door. Dorian listened to the rhythm for a few seconds before taking a deep breath. You can change the music back? Okay. Before taking a deep breath. Okay, you can change it back. I like this chapter. I'm excited. All right, we'll play this. We'll play this. We'll play this. Look, it's pretty low right now. This is good for my ears. Let me just rewind it. This is good for my ears. I feel because like it's low, I might just put on both. There were a series of knocks on the door. Dorian listened to the rhythm for a few seconds before taking a deep breath. He walked to the door, twisted the handle, and pulled it back. Outside the door was the brown-haired, curly-haired Forrest. Wow, we saw her bunny outfit today, by the way. That was... wow. Sorry. Back to reading. Outside the door was a brown-haired, curly-haired Forrest who was wearing a dark-colored long dress and a pair of tinted glasses. Dorian habitually looked behind Forrest, and after confirming that no one was looking in their direction, he made a way for his student to pass. At the same time, he glanced at Forrest's hands and realized that his student wasn't carrying any luggage. Dorian retracted his gaze and walked to the middle of the room. He found a seat and sat down before pointing to the sofa opposite him. Have a seat. Forrest cautiously lifted the end of her skirt slightly down and greeted the good morning teacher. Dorian didn't go straight to the point. After some thought, he said, "Did the lot of you really kill Bottas?" "Yeah, man, no shit, you don't believe us?" "Yes." Forrest took out an exquisite long cigar case from the pocket and opened it to show Dorian its interior. It was a pair of dark black eyes that were frozen with indescribable horror. As they had seen something extremely terrifying before they died, Dorian had originally been mentally prepared. It was just like receiving the terrifying head that would cause nightmares the previous time. One that would put together one bloody fragment at a time. He never expected his student to not carry any luggage and to only take out a lady's cigar case. This made him believe that it was a relic that could prove Bottas' identity. But the truth was beyond his expectations once again. This was still Bottas' corpse, but there was even less than what Louis Wayne left behind. Only a pair of eyes are left. The spiritual intuition of an astrologer convinced Dorian that the eyeball belonged to Bottas. Seeing that the teacher had fallen silent, Forrest subconsciously explained, his body had completely collapsed and dissipated. Only this pair of eyeballs is still intact. She paused for a moment before saying, "These eyeballs contain the remnants of the terror and contamination of the box of the great old ones before Bottas' passing. It's a very strong cursed item, so I didn't send it directly to you. It would cause terrible things to happen to the postman." Good for her, she didn't send it. I feel so bad for postmen in this series, for be honest, are just mailing shit. And he might even die unknowingly. The corruption of the box of the great old ones. Dorian nodded in enlightenment and sighed with a smile. Did he eventually die under the hands of the box of the great old ones? This is really fate. Fate is a tricky thing. The first item the Bottas had stolen after betrayal from leading the Aurora Order was one of the box of the great old ones. Oh, I remember he stole like a handful of them. It said he stole like at least almost... I remember it said Bottas almost stole like half of their sealed artifacts. And this was one of the first ones. Box of the great old ones. Forrest had heard Ma'am Hermit and Mistress's description of the general situation as the private gathering where they distributed the spoils of war. She learned how gorgeous and dangerous the battle she had missed was. She thought for a moment and said, "You could say that." However, before he was contaminated by the box of the great old ones, he had already begun losing control. Dorian wasn't surprised and said to his student, "Keep it up. This is the spoil of war you deserve." After Forrest closed the cigar case and placed it back into her pocket, Dorian leaned back forward, clasped his hands, and touched his nose. Bottas was one of the most talented apprentices I have ever seen. Wow. Who knew that he would end up like this? I was doom scrolling till so late last night that even the Anticipho started sending me reels telling me to go to sleep. Like go to bed. Having said that, Dorian let out a long sigh as though he was recalling and confessing something. Forrest didn't know much about the details of what had happened back then, so he didn't dare to speak recklessly. She could only remain silent and wait for her teacher to recover from his mixed emotions. 10 seconds later, Dorian straightened his body and asked, "How did you digest the scribe potion?" This wasn't only to show concern from a student, but also to accumulate experience to provide some guidance to the other members of the family. Forrest's expression immediately turned complicated, as though she was recalling something she didn't wish to recall. And it's mainly because someone had provided me with help. On one hand, I recorded a lot of unique or high-level abilities. On the other hand, I was brought to many places in the past few months where I recorded different cultured and beautiful sceneries. Dorian fell silent for a moment before nodding. This isn't easy to imitate. He then asked German Sparrow. Yes. Forrest gave an affirmative response. Dorian fell silent again. After a few seconds later, he said, "What kind of deal does he want to make? Or rather, what does he want?" Forrest focused her attention and answered in an embarrassed manner. He wants the potion formula for a planeswalker, and he plans on using the box of the Great Old Ones to exchange for one of the 2 grade sealed artifacts in your family's hands. This price was definitely a generous offer. Forrest had originally thought that Mr. World was going to use a promise to exchange for the planeswalker potion formula. Planeswalker? All that for planeswalker? And the grade 0 sealed artifact, but she never expected him to throw in the box of the Great Old Ones. Of course, it was definitely a value to allow the Abraham family to be free of the curse. However, a promise was forever a promise that might not be fulfilled. Dorian wasn't surprised by Gurman's request for a grade 0 sealed artifact. He had long been mentally prepared, and instead he felt that the conditions were beyond his imagination. After all, the Abraham family didn't have many things that a demigod could covet at some point in time. He frowned slightly and said, "Why does he want the potion formula for a planeswalker?" "I don't know," Forrest answered frankly. Dorian's, I'll be honest, wait. I don't remember why he needs planeswalker. Which one's planeswalker again? Isn't planeswalker part of spectator? No. Oh, it's so hard keeping track of all of these. I forget which one Planeswalker is part of. I don't know. Force to switch pathways to door. It's for that, right? So he's not go. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. Wait. Oh, I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Remember how I told you guys that I don't want him to change? I hate the idea of him switching so much that I forgot it's because he wants to switch to Apprentice. I thought we were still going Miracle Invoker. We're not going Miracle Invoker. I forgot about that. I thought we were still going Miracle Invoker. I'm sorry. Full transparency. I thought we were still going Miracle Invoker. No, we're not. We're not going Miracle Invoker. I forgot Apprentice is compatible. All right, we're back on track. Okay, we're back on track. We're good. Hey, man, it's 1,200 plus. We're 1,200 chapters. Well, wait, hold up. I deserve some slack for that one. I forgot. Who you hun, man? I deserve a little bit of a I forgot. Okay. He frowned and said, "Why does he want the potion for a planeswalker?" I don't know. You see, I'm like Forrest. I don't know. Forrest answered frankly. Dorian stood up and started pacing. Suddenly, he stopped and looked at Forrest. "I need to meet him and have a chat before I make a decision." Oh shit, face to face. That's exactly my reaction right now. He's gonna be like, "Hey man, what do you mean?" All right, Forrest agreed without any hesitation. Dorian heaved a sigh of relief and prepared to send his student away before quickly taking out his medicine for his consumption. He had arranged for me that time because he had taken into consideration that his curse would happen at any moment. If anything were to happen, the enemy wouldn't be able to channel his spirit at any time. However, after Forrest got up, she didn't walk to the door. She stood on the spot and grabbed at the void. Her arms suddenly sank as she quickly pulled out a figure wearing a black trench coat and a silk top hat. The figure had black hair and brown eyes. His facial features were cut and cold. It was none other than German Sparrow. German Sparrow's eyes moved silently as he quickly recovered from his sluggish look and became no different from a real person. "Teacher, he's here." That quick. Forrest introduced seriously, "He's German Sparrow." Oh shit. Dorian is too careful. I feel like it's only warranted. He's like, this guy is too generous. Like, we need to meet him. "He's German Sparrow." This action left Dorian Gray Abraham slightly agape. He forgot to close his mouth and didn't respond for a moment. Although he came from an ancient family clan and knew many secrets, there were many things he couldn't imagine, even if he read the description, due to him being only a sequence 7. After moving his consciousness over, Klein reached into his clothes and took out a golden pocket watch. He opened his pocket watch and took a look. Without any emotions, he said to Dorian, "You have 3... Damn, you got 3 minutes It's like Spider-Man. You got 3 minutes. He's like, I'm on. You got me for 3 minutes. It's playtime. Okay, I'll stop. It's exactly as the rumors say. He's cold, arrogant, and crazy. Dorian didn't dare to waste any time and directly said, give me a reason to believe in your promise. Check Discord. We'll check it. You have 3 minutes. Is exactly as the rumors say. He's cold, arrogant, and crazy. Dorian didn't dare to waste any time and directly said, give me a reason to believe in your promise. As he closed his pocket watch, Klein placed it back into his inner pocket and said, in truth, I'm already aware of the ritual that allows Mr. Door to return. Dorian's eyes lit up. Just as he was about to ask, he heard German Sparrow calmly add, but I don't plan to do that. Why? Dorian and Forrest were puzzled, but only dared to ask while the other didn't. Klein looked out the window and said, do you know about the corruption from the cosmos? When it came to understanding the cosmos, the Abraham family was definitely ranked first outside of the true deities and angels. Klein believed that they must have left behind some hints and hidden records. Dorian nodded solemnly and said, yes. I suspect that Mr. Door has been corrupted by the cosmos. Klein explained simply, as for my promise, it can be fulfilled right away. However, you might not be willing to do so. Furthermore, it doesn't completely resolve the curse. What's the solution? Dorian asked as he controlled his surging emotions. Klein's expression immediately turned serious. You and your family members will change their faith to my Lord. That way, when the full moon or the blood moon happens, you will be blessed and no longer suffer from the curse. After completely digesting the scholar of your portion, there was no need for him to pull a person above the great fog to avoid Mr. Door's ravings. He could directly use Angel's... Oh, he could directly use Angel's Embrace to resolve the problem. The only thing he needed to worry about now was that there might be too many members of the Abraham family. It might overwhelm him, or he might not have enough spirituality. Who is your lord? Dorian asked after a moment of silence. Klein suppressed his shame and said solemnly... He suppressed his shame and said solemnly, the great Mr. Fool, the Fool, are you from the Antigonus family? Dorian suddenly made some connections. Klein shook his head and rejected his guess, like, nah, man, ain't that simple. Dorian fell silent again, but considering that there were only 3 minutes left, he hurriedly asked, if we believe in the entity, we can avoid the troubles brought about the curse? As the ancient family member, he knew very well how dangerous it was to believe in an unknown existence. He was afraid that he would resolve Mr. Door's ravings but bring about another curse. Klein answered frankly, this is just a temporary solution. I will find a better solution for you. Dorian nodded and quickly said, I would try to believe in your lord and give him your potion formula of a planeswalker. If the curse can really be resolved temporarily, we will complete the transaction of a grade 0 sealed artifact. He planned on using himself as an experiment to see if the method worked. Furthermore, he didn't plan on telling the other family members. Oh, he's keeping a secret. Oh, not you? Okay, all right. He planned on using himself as an experiment to see if the method worked. Furthermore, he didn't plan on telling the other family members. He wanted to get them to wait for Germanspur's supposedly better solution until they couldn't wait any longer. All right, Klein took out a pen and paper from his pocket, scribed an honorific name of the Fool. As for Dorian, he also began to use a crystal ball to aid his memories, recording down the potion formula of Planeswalker. After exchange, Klein cast his gaze towards the supplementary ingredients and ritual. Oh, hey, here we go. He is a good guy, man. After exchange, Klein cast his gaze towards the supplementary ingredients and ritual. Supplementary ingredients, 1 worm of start, check. 1 worm of time, check. 1 worm of spirit, check. Advancement ritual, leave legends. Oh, wait, this is different. Leave legends in 9 places outside. The fuck? Leave legends in 9 places outside of this planet? Hell no. Wait, does that wait does that mean like the astral world counts? Like Sephira Castle? I assume he probably just leave, like, you know what? I feel like Klein could just like leave. Oh, he can just leave shit in Sephira Castle because it's outside of the planet. You can be like, I used to eat noodles back at home. That's a legend. That's a legend right there. That's a legend. That's a legend from like the ancient ancestors. We're going to space? Nah. I don't think we're going to space. I think he just leaves shit in Sephira Castle. Oh, well, come on. It's like that. So, I thought it can be like table 1, no, like chair 1, chair 2, chair 3. How would that be a legend? I don't know how it would be a legend. The point is, I thought he can just leave like, okay, I ate noodles. I ate cup noodles. Easy, you tweaking? He's like, I was a key, like the fool. Oh, this is how the fool was a keyboard warrior. Bam! You leave that legend in chair 1, then you go to chair 2. He ate broth on Sunday nights. The fool ate broth on Sunday nights, and everybody's like, "Whoa, what does that mean?" At chair 2, and you just leave little side stories at each chair, and that's like 9 places. No. It's not that easy. Is bro cooking something exotic? Okay, so it's not that simple. Bro doesn't know what a legend is. Anything can be a legend. You know what is a legend? Us reading this together for 1 year. That's a legend right there. That's a legend right there. That's one of the greatest legends. 100 would fall. 100% would fall. All right, let's read. Let's keep reading. 1208. The long-awaited serenity. Easy sounds like those English teacher memes, like. Next fucking chapter, man. Let's fucking keep going. 154. 15. Like a great tale. Dude, a legend is just like a passed down tale. Or like a legend can literally be history passed on for so long that it becomes a legend, right? That could technically be a legend, you know? We can make that, we can make whatever we want into a legend. It just takes enough time. Chapter 1208, as I forget to update this, we don't want to forget. Because it can be going to eat at a Desi pie every day. Yeah, but we don't got no time. That's true. We don't got time to make one up. Okay. Chapter 1208 is called The Long-Awaited Serenity. Leave legends in 9 places other than this planet. Isn't this the cosmos? Oh, so we are going to the moon. Oh shit, we going to space. Yeah, you're right. No, we going to space, dude. Isn't this the cosmos? Looking at the potion formula in his hand, Klein nearly frowned. He felt that this was more dangerous than the advancement ritual of a miracle invoker. True. Although the box of the Great Old Ones and the 2 Grade 0 sealed artifacts of the Abraham family, as well as a number of Grade 1 sealed artifacts, had the ability to send people into the cosmos, making the ritual appear simple, he clearly remembered that the Church of the Evernights ascetic leader, Ariana, had once warned him that the cosmos contained extremely... Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Ariana had once warned him that the cosmos contained extremely terrifying corruption, and I feel like Cuttlefish saying that means he was already planning on Klein going this pathway from the very beginning. Planeswalker. It was dangerous to even understand it before becoming an angel. One will be corrupted by the cosmos if they aren't a planeswalker, and to become a planeswalker, one has to wander the cosmos. This has become an impasse. There's no way to resolve it. Perhaps the Abraham family has records of relatively safe locations in the cosmos. I can't be too pessimistic. Also, I have to use a divination to verify the authenticity of this formula when I'm back. Dorian not lying to me doesn't mean that he wouldn't be lied to. Klein retracted his gaze and looked at Dorian Abraham opposite of him. Where are the planeswalker beyonder characteristics? The next chapter is a good endpoint? Okay, we'll see. Okay, that sounds good. Having memorized the fool's honorific name, Dorian thought for 2 seconds before saying, 2 of them are in the form of Grade 0 sealed artifacts in our family. 1 is from the box of the Great Old Ones. Oh, we can leave something in there? 1 is in the form of the box of the Great Old Ones. 1 is said to be in the hands of the demoness sect. Oh shit, okay. While another is with the Church of the God of Combat, there is 1 more, but if no one has found it since the Second Epoch, then we can't use that if no one's found it. If I could use the box of the Great Old Ones to exchange for one of the 2 relatively normal Grade 0 sealed artifacts of the Abraham family, I wouldn't have to worry about obtaining the Planeswalker beyond a characteristic. However, that advancement ritual is truly a problem. Besides, the essence of this ritual is clearly to leave a mark in the cosmos. No matter how many changes are made, I won't be able to bypass the cosmos. Klein controlled his expression and nodded to Dorian. So we have to go. That's so hype. I hope you can find the answer when the Crimson Moon becomes full. With that said, his figure rapidly turned faint, having reached 4's limit. Upon seeing Grimmensborough leave, Dorian subconsciously looked down at the piece of paper with the honorific name of the Fool in his hand. He realized that it had also turned illusionary and disappeared. Dorian was unable to find the correct answer from the various Beyonder powers recorded by his family. He turned to look at Forrest, opened his mouth, intending to ask her. At that moment, he felt a sudden pain in his heart as his pupils rapidly dilated. Oh no? No. Oh no, the curse is about... No. Wait, what? Oh no, the curse is about to act up. Dorian hurriedly reached into his pocket to retrieve a small metal bottle. He opened the lid. Oh shit, the thing that's gonna kill him doesn't drink. Okay. Here, we're good. He drank it. He opened the lid and gulped it down, clang. His actions were so hurried that the lid of the metal bottle fell to the ground. Forrest watched as her teacher turned pale. She watched as he clutched his chest, unable to react to what had just happened. As a former surgeon, she quickly came to a conclusion and hurriedly said, "Teacher, are you having a heart attack? Do you have any special medicine?" After asking the last question, Forrest realized that she had been overly anxious and concerned, making her appear a little silly. Oh, man. Yes, okay, it's the poison. I thought it was something else. I was getting a little scared. I was like, no shot, he dies. The bottle that the teacher drank was definitely the special medicine. Do you need any help? I have recorded a doctor's powers. Forrest asked when she saw that her teacher had recovered based on his expression. Dorian shook his head, indicating that he was fine. At the same time, he said inwardly, "It's because you didn't do as I planned and had directly summoned Gurman Sparrow into this room, causing me not to have time to drink the medicine." Also, he forgot to drink it. Sonia Sea, the capital of the Roasted Archipelago, the city of generosity, Bam. The Blue Avenger docked at the port in the evening. During this period of time, the damage borrowed at the sea traffic of the Sonia Island by the Church of the Lord of Storms had finally attracted the actions of the Phasic Empire's demigods. Many captains had died in the line of duty, and their fleet had suffered a severe blow. Alger Wilson and his crew avoided this attack while hiding in the primitive forests of the island while waiting for an opportunity to attack the port. After the Church of the Lord of Storms and the Loan Navy Army declared that their goal for this battle had been achieved, they returned to Pazu Island to rest since it was over. After that, Alger deliberately engaged in battle. He appeared pious, passionate, and fervent. He was praised by the cardinals as a result. This was because he was familiar with the area around the Roasted Archipelago. Without a doubt, he had been sent here to strengthen the naval forces of the important colonies. Of course, in order to avoid the conflict with the past identity, he also made preparations for other matters in the future. Alger and his crew arrived in Bam in the name of the recruiting pirates. Easy would enjoy reading the names of places in COI. Ooh, that does sound exciting. Goff did give me a heads up that I should finish book 1 before we play our game, because he said we might dive into like some of like the religions or locations from COI, and I'm like, okay. It's like I'll finish this before we play. In this war, many parts, or I assume by the time we get to that point in our game, I would have already been done with book 1. In this war, many pirates were recruited, effectively making up for those losses of naives of the various countries. Just like the recruitment mercenaries during the early and mid stages of the Fourth Epoch, taking advantage of the fact that there was still some light in the sky, Alger got off the boat and headed straight for the Sea King John Coatman Cathedral of Waves. Surely, of course. As a Sequence 5 Ocean songster, he had the right to directly meet the Church of the Lords of Storms Cardinal, a high-ranking decon of the Mandated Pushers. As he walked, Alger suddenly saw a familiar face. It was a middle-aged man wearing a formal suit, a bow tie, and glasses. He looked rather refined, but Alger was very well that he was a believer of the sea god Calvatua. What's for the laughing? Of course we'll be done. What the fuck? What do you mean? Like, we're not playing that until like the end of this year, if anything, like November, December. So by that point, we'll be done. It was a middle-aged man wearing a formal suit and a bow tie and glasses. He looked rather refined, but Alger knew very well that he was a believer of the sea god Calvatua. He had once been a pirate, and now he was a merchant that did business with both authorities of the underworld. Long time no see, Ralph. Alger greeted the legitimate child that had a Loan, Phasic, and roasted mixed blood. Ralph was stunned for a moment as if he couldn't recognize the captain of the Blue Avenger. Alger, our captain of the ghost ship. After a few seconds, he asked in surprise. Alger smiled and said, "Did I change a lot?" Ralph frowned and replied, "Your temperament has changed a lot. It's even more like the ocean and dark clouds before the storm." Quite a keen eye. However, this is an act I'm deliberately showing. After consuming the ocean songster potion, if there wasn't such a change, I wouldn't seem like someone from the Church of the Lords of Storms. Alger sighed and said, "Because there are too many things to worry about." Now it's all good. I've already been hired by the Church of the Lords of Storms. Ralph narrowed his eyes as the sense of vigilance rose in his heart. He laughed and said, "This is indeed a good thing. If there was no war." Alger glanced at the spot where Ralph had come just out and asked, "Where did a new school appear here?" No, when did a new school appear here? How? He could see at a glance. Oh, I feel like I'm disconnecting my mic. Sarcastic. I know it's sarcasm. I know. Cammy Easy would give up on the names. Really? You're telling me they're going to get harder? Alger glanced at the spot where Ralph had just come out and asked, when did a new school appear here? How could he see at a glance that there were 4-story buildings, a cement field, a garden lawn, and many children happily playing? The children had dark skin, but some of them didn't have brown skin like the locals. Their hair was only slightly curled and it wasn't too obvious. Without a doubt, this group consisted of mixed blood children. Ralph looked back and sighed with a smile. Did you donate money to my charity foundation? Under God's guidance, I established a few schools. Oh, the money he used. Oh, read my last message. Doesn't this ritual sound similar to the ritual of a Sequence 5 traveler? Thing is, I don't remember the Sequence 5 ritual. Except you gotta spread anchor legends through the cosmos instead of the spirit world. And wait, I don't even remember Sequence 5. Wait, I don't even remember Sequence 5. Hey, dude, you gotta cut me some slack, man. There are 220 pathways. He just wrote it? Well, he said it's similar to it. Like leaving anchors? Wait, what was the 5 ritual? When Forrest had to choose 4 places in the spirit world? Bro, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Oh shit, she did that? It's a joke that Cammy and I are French, so names were natural to us. Sequence 5 is leaving anchors in the spirit world. Sequence 2 is leaving legends in cosmos. Oh, yeah, you're right. I remember now. Yeah. Okay, it's coming back. La French? Oui, monsieur. Oh, okay. All right, I see. I remember. Yeah. I remember. See, look, it came back. It was 30-50 chapters ago. I remember now. I remember. Hey, man, that was a while ago. I remember already. That was like, come on, man. We remember. All right. Didn't you donate money to my charity foundation? Under God's guidance, I established a few schools in several large cities on the island, specifically providing education, 3 meals, and accommodations for these discriminated children. Our children was gloomy, and I don't want them to be the same. At the same time, Ralph responded. Olger kept staring at the school. When Ralph was done speaking, Olger looked away and said, I thought you would have taken at least half of it. Ralph broke out in laughter. Seems like I left a terrible impression on you. How is it? What opinions do you have about this school? Olger sized him up and said, do you think I've been to the school before? He paused for a moment before saying, which street is your charity foundation on? I might come to you for something in the future. Thinking that the other party had been tired by their Church of Lord of Storms, Ralph didn't dare to expose his connection to the resistance. He chuckled and said, it's fine to donate, but you don't have to come for anything else. Also, given the location of the charity foundation, Ralph returned home. He went up to the 2nd floor and knocked at the door of a room. Lord the Knits, I have something to report. In the room, a deep and dignified voice replied, come in. Back in Sherwood Borough, Dorian, who lived in a rented apartment, walked to the window. As the sun set, the sky gradually darkened. The crimson moon would be full tonight, and the curse of the Abraham family would descend once again. It had been a while since he had shaven his beard. Around his mouth, on both sides of his cheeks and lower jaw, there was a white mustache growing. It appeared out of place with his middle-aged man's appearance. After looking for a while, Dorian bowed his head and recited in Jotun, the fool that doesn't belong to this era. Okay, here we go. After ending his prayer, he returned to the room and found a sofa to sit down. He waited for the crimson moon to rise for the period when the spirituality was the strongest to arrive. At that moment, in the ancient palace above the great fog, Klein had already taken a seat that belonged to the fool. He beckoned for a paper figurine. The paper figurine was surrounded by the power of Sephira Castle as it passed through Dorian's prayers of light and landed on him. During this process, Klein deliberately didn't show any effects, allowing the angel to silently embrace Dorian. He felt that if Mr. Fool were to appear too bombastic, it would scare this ancient family member, so he chose to keep a low profile. Oh, he's trying to not come on too strong on him. The waiting process was already torturous. From time to time, Dorian would take out his pocket watch, click it open, and take a look. He wanted to know how long more before the full moon posed its highest spirituality. This was something that could be inferred through the mysticism knowledge. Finally, when it was almost dawn, Dorian instinctively bent down to reduce the pain brought by the curse. However, as time passed, all he heard was complete silence. There were no buzzing ravings. The crimson moonlight passed through the window and shone on Dorian. He looked up in a daze and felt that the surroundings were serene, calm, and indifferent. Nothing abnormal happened. Oh, title drop. Oh, this is beautiful. The long-awaited serenity. He's like, finally, dude, he's free. Oh, man, nothing abnormal happened. Dorian looked out the window and saw the crimson moon. It was pure, dignified, gentle, and dreamy, as though it was hanging on his heart. After a moment of silence, Dorian lowered his head and took out his pocket watch. He raised his right hand and rubbed his eyes. Oh, is he crying? He covered his face and didn't lose his grip for a long time. The white mustache on his face gradually became messy, stained with tears and snot. Oh, tears and snot. Oh, man. I'm so happy for this dude. Oh, that is so cool, dude. I am so happy for Dorian, man. Oh, man. He finally found serenity. Oh, shit. He found peace. Oh, that's beautiful, dude. Wait, I actually got a tear in my eye. Look at that. I actually got a tear in my eye. This dude went through so much, man. He's like, when he ran into Forrest, like, hey, man, where did they bury him? Like, where is she? Where's the wife? Oh, man, like, from the very beginning, he, like, talked about, like, how his whole family was screwed over. He has to live in hiding. Like, oh, yeah, I was so happy for him. He's been hearing the ravings just like Forrest this entire time, but he never had the full help. The white mustache on his face gradually became messy, stained with tears and snot. He's like, oh, fatherly. Oh, that's so beautiful. All right. I think we can read one more. Yeah, we can read one more. Let me just go grab my dog. Let me bring my dog. I can hear her barking. Let me just check in on her. Give me 1 minute. Let me step out and go get her. Oh, that's sweet, man. That's fucking beautiful. Give me a sec. Maybe we can keep going. Spending thousands of years seeing your entire family and yourself suffering, and then look at that, dude. He finally had like a moment of like calm, man. That's fucking beautiful. I'm so happy for him, man. He better not fucking die now. He better not fucking die. I'll be so mad if he does. I'll be right back. Let me go get my dog.
Hey, just hang out. Hey, come here. We're gonna read one more chapter. Yeah. We'll read one more chapter and then we'll hang out, okay? Oh, don't cry. We're just gonna read one more. Look at her. Look, wait. Look. She's gonna go to sleep right now. Look. Look. Chapter 1209. Look at this. Inside the room, the crimson. Like, I'm reading and she's gonna wake up. Oh, dude, she's dozing off. Like, she's falling asleep in my hand, dude. Inside the room, the crimson glow was like water that soaked every corner. Dorian slowly lifted his head and looked at the full moon outside the oriel window. He didn't look away for a long time as he was admiring a beautiful scenery for the first time. Phew, he let out a breath, stood up and entered the bathroom. He turned on the tap, held a mouthful of bittering cold water and splashed it hard on his face. Ellie. Oh, come on. You're waking up? After washing up, Dorian... Unknown? Thank you, man. Ellie says thank you. Look at it. She's like in Nen mode right now. Oh, you just woke up? Did I wake you up? Oh, look. She'll fall asleep on my lap right here. Not so cute, dude. She's beautiful, man. Dude, I know, man. Thank you so much. Holy shit, dude. Thank you. I lost my place, but it's okay. He let out a breath. Oh, wait. He let out a breath, stood up and entered the bathroom. He turned on the tap, held a mouthful of bittering cold water, and splashed it on his face. After washing up, Dorian wiped his face with a towel and returned to the living room, sat on the sofa. He lowered his head and muttered piously, "Praise be to Mr. Full." After completing his prayer, he walked into the study, took out a pen and paper, and wrote to Forrest. "Please tell Mr. German Sparrow that I have confirmed his promise. I hope he can find a better way to resolve his curse. I will gather the other members of my family to discuss if I should use the other 2 Grade 0 sealed artifacts in exchange for the box of the Great Old Ones. Here, let me introduce 2 Grade 0 artifacts." Oh shit, and we get 2 choices. Title drop. We get to pick from these. "Let me introduce the 2 Grade 0 artifacts that Mr. Germensprow will have sufficient time to consider which one he wants. One of them is the scroll of God." Wait. Oh, you want to go out? Let me let Ellie out. She wants to go out. Give her more treats. I'm gonna buy her treats, man. No, I know. Dude, she fucking loves treats. She loves it. She'll eat treats all day. Hey, say bye. Come here. Hey, you have to say bye. Say bye. Say bye. You're so cute. You're so cute. You wanna go? Oh, I love you. Go outside. Go have fun. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, you got a tear in your eye too, Unknown? I don't know, man. I cry looking at my dog sometimes, man. Oh, man. But you know what's sorry. Reality hit me for a sec. I've been with my dog now for like a year and a half now at this point. And one thing I've noticed, it's like she's gonna die one day. Because now I get on my feed videos, man, of like just people with their old dogs. And I'm like, man, this shit is sad, bro. And like, I've only had my dog for a year and a half, and like, that never occurred to me. But I don't know, man. I'm not gonna let that get to me. I don't know, man. Even though she's only gonna be with me for a short time, like, I'm literally her entire world. Like, she's like, I am with her all the time. Yeah, give her some more treats. Those videos break me so much. Fuck, man. Last week on a Saturday morning, don't think about it, enjoy it. I know, man. I'm always gonna enjoy it. Like, even though my time with her short, like, I've been with her whole life, so I'm okay. It's I know. Ooh, look, whew, man, I'm getting a little emotional. Literally last week on Saturday, I saw a video of a guy that put his dog to rest. I cried like a fucking bitch, man. I was like, fuck, this is so sad and like beautiful. And then like he's like breaking down his story, and I'm like, fuck, man, this shit is sad. And then I saw this other guy that had his dog when Destiny came out. And his dog would be with him during like every Destiny expansion, and like during the final ship he wasn't there. And I'm like, man, that's sad, bro. Like, that breaks my heart. All right, let's keep reading, man. All right. Oh man, now let's go back to reading after letting her out. I know, man, that's sad, dude. Having a dog is one of the most beautiful things ever. But like, yeah, I guess there's that also other side of the coin, man, where it gets really sad at the end. Please tell Mr. Germensborough that I have confirmed his promise, and there's 2 choices. One of them is called Scroll of God. It looks like an ordinary oil painting in a brass frame, but its contents on it will change at random. When it shows different locations, the wielder can change the surroundings of the target, allowing the corresponding scene to descend. Oh, that sounds really good. When it shows different figures, the wielder can allow those people to attack their targets with 1 target per figure. When it's present, an abstract image that cannot be understood, different real effects will happen, and the only thing we can know about the corresponding relationship is a very small portion. When it depicts doors opening different doors, we'll move 1 to different places. There's no way to predict where the destination will be. Oh, it's randomized. It can be used to exile its target. Oh, when it shows the dark underground or deep cosmos, it will be extremely dangerous. It has to be sealed. If one looks at it or takes a marvel of the oil paintings, then the person inside it will come to life. This sounds so dangerous. Oh, you finished? Paragraph and starting left. Also enjoy the time you have with Ellie. Oh, thank you, man. Dude, good for you. Hey, good for you too, bro. Holy shit, man. Congrats. You made it. What must pay attention to it when sealing it?
Once upon a time, when one of my family branches were in charge of the scroll of God, there was a mistake. No one appreciated it for a full minute. And at that moment, it presented an image of an angel revolving around a deity. Then the deity came alive and walked out of the oil painting, which was the branch of my family was destroyed just like that. There were only a few members remaining who had lost their minds, while the deity had gone somewhere unknown, but the painting was left behind. We had been worried for quite some time, afraid that the deity would destroy the world. Fortunately, he never appeared again. Perhaps he had already been noticed by the 7 deities and was dealt with. This has to come back later. Of course, we can't rule out the possibility that this is a story made up of those people who have lost their minds. Oh, okay. However, for most of the members that have died overnight with a small number going mad, that itself implies enough. The other Grade 0 sealed artifact is called Staff of Stars. Staff of Stars. It appears a staff. Hold up. We can use a staff. Hold up. Staff. Well, that's very in line with a seer. Hold up, very mysterious, holding a staff. I think we go with the Staff of Stars. Cosmos, stars, staffs, Evernight, mommy, out in space. I can see this happening. Its appearance is a black king with embedded gems. While holding on to it, using corresponding scenes in your mind, one can truly exist like the historical void projection, one that truly exists and is still in existence. That staff will transport you directly to the destination, but you must be careful. This could work because we don't have creeping hunger. We don't have creeping hunger, so we can use this. Oh, he can use this to get out of the Forsaken Lands. But you must be careful. The scene depicted must be absolutely correct. Every detail must be accurate. There cannot be any differences with the original. Otherwise, you will never know where your destination is. Similarly, while holding onto the Staff of Stars, if some beyond a power or figures appear in your mind, this king will reenact the corresponding powers and person. The latter will be a single attack. You're attacking the person, right? It's not attacking you. Your professor wants mysterious. Your professor wants Chicago. Oh, for his essay. The latter will be a single attack. To achieve such an effect, one has to have sufficient understanding of the powers and figures. Otherwise, you have no idea what kind of anomaly will happen. Once someone used the Staff of Stars to release Lightning Storm, but he ended up turning himself into a frog. Recovery was only possible once the method to remove the curse was found. The Staff of the Stars is officially hard and cannot be used to attack. A person struck by it will randomly mutate or suffer strange effects. Previously, I used the Staff of the Stars to hit a Beyonder from the Aurora Order. Oh, so he used it. Okay. The left side of his body was moved outside a door, and his right side remained where it was. His organs splattered out as a result. What the fuck? The Staff of the Stars was randomly moved out. If it wasn't properly sealed, it might disappear at some point in time and escape your control. That sounds so dangerous. When holding it, one's head has to be empty most of the time. This is because once an image appears, it can trigger the effects I described in the beginning. If there's no one holding onto it, all sorts of abnormalities will happen around the Staff of Stars. It's hard to predict what will happen. It has to be sealed. Burn upon reading. After writing the letter, Dorian read it several times to make sure that there were no mistakes before stuffing it into an envelope and pasting a stamp on it. At that moment, in the ancient palace above the great fog, through the prayer of point of light, Cammy... I said Cammy because I read your name and instead of Klein, I said Cammy. Cammy had watched Dorian's entire process. Klein had watched Dorian's entire process of writing the letter. I seem to have forgotten to tell him that he can pass the corresponding information to Gurman Sparrow through Mr. Fool. That's good too. I'll just treat this as the benefit of being the formal member of the Terror Club. If every believer were to do this, I wouldn't be able to cope if I didn't leave any worms of spirit in Sephira Castle. Yes, this can only effectively maintain Mr. Fool's prestige. It will ensure that the Abrahams family won't dare to belittle Mr. Fool. Klein mumbled before turning his attention onto the 2 Grade 0 artifacts. He once again confirmed that Grade 0 sealed artifacts had severe negative effects and couldn't be used as common items. I don't know. Okay, maybe. Yeah, true. Of course, their powers had extremely terrifying and potent effects. They were worthy of a Grade 0. In comparison, the Staff of Stars is more suitable for me. Check. I can get Mistresses to hypnotize me in advance so that my subconscious thoughts won't appear in the form of an image or scene. Only by consciously willing it into my mind will I be able to form the outline of a scene. I wonder... Oh, okay. With a manipulator, we'd be able to use it. I wonder if the residents of the City of Silver will be able to leave the Forsaken Lands of Gods with the Staff of Stars. Holy shit. In their hands by just outlining the scene of Backland streets in their minds, but there's no way to hypnotize them before this. They haven't really seen Backland. Even if they restore the corresponding scene, it's difficult for them to accurately outline the details. Oh, you need the details. Anyways, it's very troublesome, but I can give it a try and choose a volunteer who isn't afraid of death. Derek. Wait, no, not Derek. He's a Terror Club member. If I can exchange for the staff of stars, there's no need to rush to shatter it and turn it back into a characteristic. I forget we know how to do that. Who knows when it might come in handy. After all, the advancement ritual might not be completed. With the Staff of Stars, I can deal with a dark demonic wolf and escape the Forsaken Lands of Gods right under the Dark Angel's nose. This will give me a little more confidence. Klein sighed as he made a decision. At this moment, he discovered another truth. Another truth. That was if some of the members of the Abraham family followed Dorian and switched faiths to the Merciful, then even if he returned the box of the Great Old Ones to them, it wouldn't be difficult to borrow it in the future. Oh, you give it back and you can still borrow it. So it all works out. It's a win-win. In other words, out of the 3 Grade 0 artifacts, the Staff of the Stars, the Scroll of the Gods, and the Box of the Great Old Ones, he would gain the right to use 2 of them and have ownership over 1. It's still very useful to develop believers. When the time comes, wouldn't the Abraham family become a subordinate faction of the Terror Club? Oh? However, Dorian definitely wouldn't spread the faith of the Fool so quickly unless some members are already on the brink of losing control. Without the ability to resist the curse of the next full moon, for some reason, he felt that the power of the Terror Club was expanding. True. He thought about it seriously and felt sad that he wouldn't have to respond to his believers 24 hours a day in the future. He said. Only by becoming an angel and truly gaining ownership of Sephira Castle did he dare to leave a few worms of spirit behind so as to resolve this problem. If that really doesn't work, I'll get a Rhodes to be my artificial intelligence customer service. My AI customer service. Klein rubbed his temples and left the gray fog before returning to the Forsaken Lands of Gods. Late at night, in the waters of the Roasted Archipelago, a huge sea monster quickly swarmed to its destination. This was the helper that Alger had requested from the sea god Calvatil. At the level of an ocean songster, he was still unable to control a creature of such size. Oh, he's still unable to control a creature of such size. In truth, he could totally swim from Bayam, but that would be too tiring. He wouldn't be able to resist any accidents. A few seconds later, the sea monster opened its mouth. Alger swam out and approached a beautiful coral thicket. After circling a few obstacles, a dark blue glow suddenly appeared in Alger's mind. Through this dark blueness, he saw a beautiful coral place. It was so real, but no one could see it unless there was a specific medium. Alger stared at it for a while before swimming forward. He came to the forward of the place and pushed open the door. The churning water came to a halt as Alger passed through the barrier and landed on the ground thanks to the wind. He looked around and saw that there were murals on both sides. The contents of these murals weren't surprising. These people with elven faces mainly focused on resisting the storm. However, Alger noticed that the ships weren't out at sea, but in the midst of a thick, nearly indescribable blackness. This made Alger think of a phrase, abyss. This was somewhere similar to the abyss as spoken in legends, but it's just a little similar, but they aren't any devils either. They seem to be coming from the underground. These murals recorded the history of the elves, but they don't match the corresponding myths. The world said that each elvish world corresponds to a first-generation elf. As Alger pondered, he walked towards the 9 steps ahead. As he drew closer, he saw 2 thrones and a dark blue crystalline coral. On the coral branches, silver boats of lightning flash illuminated the surroundings. Alger held his breath as he slowed down and as his pace went up to the stars to the throne. He extended his right hand solemnly and picked up the coral. With a splash sound, the seawater outside the palace suddenly churned. As for the coral under the cover of a dark blueness, it gradually turned illusory and merged into Alger's body. Lightning bolts bloomed one after another like flower petals. That's a good cliffhanger. Okay. Next chapter, we're reading Moon City. Bro, these scenes, it would hit. Like, it'd be, like, it's so abstract reading it. Like, me, like, I'm a visual learner, so, like, I can't visualize it. I need to see it. Right? Like, I actually need to see it to learn it and visualize it. Like, it's hard for me to visualize these things. Like, when we're reading the Volume 5 fight, the Volume 5 finale. Wait, let me do my timestamp before I forget. Wait, hold up. Before I forget. Okay, perfect. I made my timestamp before I forget overall thoughts. Like, when we were reading the Volume 5 finale, and Klein was like, oh, and then he uses his, like, his worms, right? Like, his spirit worms, like, as defense, or, like, when he's, like, throwing all hundreds of them out in the air. I'm like, okay, wait, it's, like, I can see the worms. I'm like, okay, it doesn't look flash. In my mind, it didn't look flashy. But then I'm looking at the artwork when he's doing it. It looks so poetic and awesome. You need to become good enough that you would imagine all this in your head. Yeah, like that's the problem. Like it's hard for me to do that. And that's like I like pictures in my book. Like my only complaint with book one, part one, there's only one picture. There's only one picture in this whole book. There's only one picture. You couldn't even give me like 3 pictures? Nah, but like it's hard for me to visualize this. Like I can attempt to visualize something, but in my mind it doesn't look that, like I can't visually make it look impressive in my mind. I can try, I can do my best, but it's hard for me to do that. Easy, you are quite old now. It's understandable. What do you mean, man? I'm 21 young, bro. What do you mean, dude? You still don't know how they're gonna do it? I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm not scared. Hold up. I'm excited to see how they're going to do this, bro. Like, dude, like it's gonna be so good. Like when fucking Dunn went up against Magoose at the end, and like you see that beautiful flower field of like blue petals just bloom. I'm like, bro, this is the most beautiful shit I've ever watched. And then at the very end, when you see Klein give the flower to them, I'm like, bro, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever watched. And then in my mind, I pictured, I'm like, oh, you just like pop the flower here and there, one thing, like only that. But like the Dunqua made it look so fucking poetic and beautiful, and like, oh my god, I'm so excited for volume 2, volume 3, and like every other volume to get adapted, bro. Only way I can see is with lots of slow mode and narrator explaining. Easy being 21 and Amon being our friend are the same thing as I'd said last stream. Okay, you got me. 22. You got me. 22. Imagine it's like, I'm actually 41. Imagine that. Damn, dude. All right, man. I think that's it. I think we're going to end it there. So just to be sure. Oh my god, Cammy. Bless you for sending this, bro. I was literally about to ask if there was any artwork. I was actually about to ask if there was any artwork on the corpse cathedral. Wow. So these are all the different bones that look like different species. Holy shit. Is this the door behind him? Oh, this is the cross. I thought it was supposed to be 100 meters. As a person with aphantasia, I will always wonder how it's like to visualize what you're reading. What is that? This Amon doesn't look that good. He looks good. It looks pretty badass. Why is it on, oh, I was like, why is it on his left? No, it's on his right. Sorry. We're different perspectives. Wow, man, this looks good. Jeez, man. Look, like, when I'm envisioning him doing that hand thing, I'm like, okay, I get it. But, like, you see, I can't picture all this, man. It's hard for me to visualize all this. This is fucking wild. Condition that means you can't visualize anything in your mind. Oh, really? Username? You have that? Oh shit. Really? It's like it's hard for you to visualize something? Oh shit. Okay. Damn, I never knew about that, man. Yeah, I actually never knew about that thing. There's so many like conditions out in the world that I'm not that familiar with, man. It's crazy. Not username, it's mysterious. Mysterious as it. Oh, mysterious as it. Oh wow, man, that's crazy. I did, but it was Mysterious Fool who said it. Oh, mysterious. Oh, I thought you were saying like, oh. I thought you meant like it's a very mysterious like condition. I'm like, oh, I get the joke. I see the humor in the condition being mysterious. I get it. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, so username doesn't have it. Mysterious has it. Oh wow, man, I didn't know that about him. Oh man, my heart. That's sad. But like, I mean, if you're already living like that, then I guess you wouldn't feel remorse for it, right? That's crazy, dude. It's like there's so many things out there, man, that I just don't know about. I don't have anything. No, I'm good. I had surgery when I was a child. Well, that's pretty much it. I'll save that story for another day. I said it before, only about 1% of people have a variation of it. You did say that, Mysterious. I forgot about that. You did say that. I remember now. You said only like about 1% of people have that. I remember. Wow. Memory unlocked. I remember you saying that now. Oh, shit. Yeah, 1% of people have that. I fell down once. I fell down once. I'll tell you this. The one time I fell down, I got this scar. I don't do this little cut right here because I want to look cool. This is just a scar. I fell down once and I got a pretty bad scar. I had stitches, fucking blood everywhere. Oh, it was bad, bro. Though there's very little research on it.
I assume because only 1% of people have it, there's very less research on it. Impressive since I've said this like 5 months ago. I see. I remember that part when you said, yeah, like 1% of people have it. I'm like, oh shit. All right, man. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a beautiful, amazing day. I feel like we read a lot. We've been live for quite a bit, but we were trying to look at bunny girl outfits, but we didn't want to risk getting spoiled, so I guess we didn't. But you know what? We did some good progress. We did like 10 chapters. See, what do you mean? What do you mean? Damn, he can still remember. Of course I always remember. No, we read 10 chapters. Don't forget. No, we read 10 chapters, not 9. We started... Wait, hold up. No, we didn't. We read... No. Oh, I did an update to 9. Oh. No. We started at 1,200. So we started at 0 to 9. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We read 10 chapters. What do you mean? Ah, man. You know what's funny? As I'm getting old, I'm getting out of shape. Wait, you know what? I'm sure. You know what? Let's end the video. I'm almost gonna be like, look at my fat stomach. No, I'm not gonna do that for the video. That's only for the live stream. All right, guys. Peace. Have an amazing day, and I'm see you guys all very, very soon. Later, guys. Wait, I'm trying to find the pause button to record. Okay, found it. Bam. Means I'm dying soon? Nah, never, man. You got this, bro. We will live in the Evernight's embrace. Look at this, man. I got fat. I got too happy in my relationship with my girl, man. We got too happy. We had a nice long talk yesterday. Like, we're getting fat, and I'm like, this is bad. Like, we're not fat, but like, we're trying to gain weight. And I looked at pictures of me at the beginning of the year. I'm like, I look like a different man. My waist was like pretty thin. My chest will bulk up, fucking strong as arms, and now it's all going away, man. All right, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'll see you guys soon. All right, later, guys. I'm probably gonna ask Wiz if he's gonna stream tomorrow, or if you guys did say he's streaming on the weekends. I'll see what time he's streaming. That way, I know when to not over, because I don't want to overlap with him, because I know he's almost done, and I don't want to do that to him. So I'll double check. Easy, I gained 15K in 1 year from those chocolates. Shit, hold up, bro. I'm American. I don't know my kgs. Wait, is that a kilogram? Wait, is that a kilogram? Does that mean kilogram? Wait, before I end stream. Kilogram, right? 15 kilograms is like 30 pounds? Oh, we're about the same, man. During COVID, bro, I gained like 20 to 25 pounds. 1 kilogram equals 2.25? Okay, so like about 30 pounds. Okay, about 30 and freedom units. So like 40 pounds? Oh, 40 pounds. Okay. For me, I gained like 20 to 25. I didn't do 30 pounds, but I gained like 20 to 25 pounds, and I got pretty chubby. I look at myself in pictures when I'm drinking. I'm like, I looked round, bro. I look like a bubble. I'm like, that's bad. And then I lost a lot of shape, and now I'm gaining weight again because I'm too happy in my relationship. But I'm gonna let you go. I'll see you guys soon. We should stream tomorrow. I'll double check with Wiz, or I'll snoop his Discord on announcements to see if he says anything. But it feels good eating food. I know, man. You know, it's the one thing I've noticed now. I just need to keep chugging water, bro. I literally need to drown myself in water and feel full, man. Because I realize half the time I'm not hungry. I guess my brain is telling me hungry, but I'm probably just thirsty. Or like I'm just bored. I don't know, man. So it's like yeah, that's what I do. It's hard, man. It's like such a fucking mental battle, bro. Wait, you'll see thumbnails? You'll see thumbnails? Okay. Stream in 12 hours, so 8 in the morning. Okay. I'll be honest, I'll probably be waking up at the time he's streaming then. Okay. He is streaming at 12 p.m. Eastern. 9, so it's 9 a.m. for me. So if he streams at 9 a.m., so realistically, I can stream 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then when he's done streaming, I can probably read more. Okay, we'll see. All right. So sad no trailers. They're going to stack up. You know what? Fuck it. Should we do a trailer react? Let's do a trailer react. Yeah, I got your username. I know you send me stuff. I got you. Yeah, let's do one trailer react. I got you. Well, let's do one trailer react right now. Don't worry, we won't end. Let's do one trailer react. Let me get on Discord. I got you. Oh,
Sasuke versus Kabuto anime, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, wait. Can I? Is it okay if I show our DMs on stream? Oh, no, it's okay. I won't do that. I organized them 2D, 3D, and gave you a rating on how much I would enjoy. Okay. Star rating is not how good a series is, just how much I want you to react to it for whatever reason. Bet. You know what? Let's just go in order. Wait, first let me watch this Naruto stuff, because dude, if you guys don't know, I fucking love Naruto. For length change, you can do YouTube version, which has some scenes removed and edited for longer episodes. You know what? After this react, now, would it be bad if I have link cage as a... No, I probably shouldn't do it. I'm like link cage on my second monitor while I play Monster Hunter, but probably not. R against M2D. So I have said I would probably never watch Naruto. What? You gotta watch it, man. It's so good. Hey, man, it breaks my heart you haven't watched Naruto, man. Dude, that breaks my heart. You should watch it, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, it breaks my heart. You say you haven't watched Naruto. It is crazy, man. It's part of the big three for a reason. I will watch Boruto. No, don't watch Boruto first. No, don't do that to yourself. You gotta watch this, dude. Oh, let's watch it. Dude, I used to play the freaking Naruto Shippuden games. Oh man, ooh, Ninja Storm. Oh man, those games slapped, bro. Even the Game Boy game was slapped. Wait, I should probably change scenes. Let's check this bad boy out. I should probably turn on my stuff. 1 sec. Oh, dude, I fucking love Code Geass. Dude, Code Geass is like fucking top 10, man. You know, the last time I rewatched it, some scenes just it was weird. Like, there's a whole cat episode where we're just chasing a cat, and I'm like, I don't remember this. Like, there's some things where I'm like, I don't remember this. But overall, dude, I love it. Fuck is this, man? Oh, bro, you didn't fucking say that. You haven't watched Full Metal, bro. Watch episode 1 today. Give me a sec, bro. I need to fix OBS. That was bad. Give me a sec. So I gotta line this up. This is lined up. Then I lower this down here. Okay. Look at that. First try. I turn off the easy geeky thing. Wait, no, not that one. Turn off the other one. Give me a sec. I fucked up. We'll do this one. That's good. I tried watching Fullmetal Alchemist 4 separate times and could not get past the first episode. Oh man, bro, it's one of like great. Dude, wow, Cammy, you literally said what I said. Fullmetal Alchemist is one of the best. I literally was gonna say like it's like one of the best animes ever. By the way, one of the shows I sent trailers has a LOTM reference cameo. Oh hell yeah. Okay, that's on type. Wait, I need to make the thing a little bit bigger. Perfect. Okay. Okay, that took some slight tinkering, but we fixed it out. Now, let me kind of just frame myself a little bit better. I think this is good. I think we're good. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Bro, I'm telling you. Yo, good night, man. You guys ready? Wait, first of all, what is this? Naruto... Jinhua Legends Sasuke arc, Sasuke versus Kabuto CGI animation intro, Naruto mobile game. Fucking Sasuke looks badass. Oh, that look good. Look good. Oh shit. Itadori. Oh my god. Oh. Oh man, it's good. It's like Chidori. Oh, this is so fucking cool. Oh shit! This reminds me of the Madara fight. One man versus an entire army.
Who the? He's riding a fucking bird. Oh my god! It's like that. It looks cool as fuck, dude. Wrong anime, bro. This looks good. Oh, when I said Itadori, yeah, I think I said Itadori, right? Yeah. I was like, that's JJK. Is that Obito?
So fucking cool, dude.
Oh, so sick, man. He's such a badass guy. Like, okay, I can't say Kabuto's like a badass character, but like, he's a complicated character. I like that. Damn, this is sick as fuck. I'll play this fucking Naruto mobile game any day. Oh shit, he has the same sword as this one dude from Chivalry of the Failed Knight. That's an old ass anime too. Damn, that look good as fuck. There's another. That look good. What is this? Naruto mobile? I gotta look into this, man. I gotta look into this. It look good. So this is intro. Oh, wait, I don't want to look at the whole thing. I'll save that. I just want to watch the fight part, the one you sent. That looked good. All right, that's awesome. Now here's the thing. The only mobile game I play now is Nikkei. It's an easy game to play. It usually just auto plays. I used to play a lot of Fate Go when I had a lot more free time. Now, since I don't have that much free time, I don't even play. If I have time, I'll do like a daily login, and like that's it. That's the farthest I go in FGO now. I just do my logins, and that's it. Nikkei, I just auto play, so it plays itself pretty quickly. Azure Lane, it's like once in a blue moon. This though, if it's like if it's pretty easy to play, maybe, or if it's a very quick game to play, maybe. Hey, I have watched Chivalry of Failed Knight, bro. Man, I remember watching the season finale for that like 10 years ago. That's why anytime I see a dude with this kind of sword, I remember that one dude from Chivalry of Failed Knight. The season 1 finale was just such a banger, bro. They both poured in their energy for one hit. I think that game was I think the anime had some really strong ass ecchi scenes from what I remember. I think it does. I think the ecchi is like pretty hardcore. And I remember episode 1 started a lot like what was it? Asterix War? It started like it was like almost identical. Pink-haired princess girl MC walks in. He's like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to see that. This and that." But they look good. I'm excited. I'll check it out. Naruto Mobile. I'll check it out. Looks good. If you do one more trailer, you should do Legend of the Mecha. Bet. Let's see. Fog Hill. Let me see. Oh, you guys want to see my quick artwork? Look at this badass. Look at this fucking badass. German Sparrow, baby. Look at this badass dude. He looks sick as fuck. All right, let's see. Let me check right here. Open it up. You said if you should do one more Legend of the Mecha Schoolers. Legends of the Mecha. Let me find it. I'm blind as fuck. Oh, I found it. What, Ellie? What? Ellie? Why are we barking? All right, last trailer, Ellie. All right. Minimize this. So wallpaper is a badass wallpaper. All right, let's do one more trailer. We're going to check out Legend of the Mecha Scholar. Did I say that right? Oh, we should probably switch scenes. Hold up. We need the one with the filter. Yeah, we need the one with the filter. So it's called Legends of the Mecha Scholars. Yu Zhuai Ling Yuan Zi. I am butchering these names. I am so sorry. But this is a sci-fi. All right. Username tonight, I promise. If I'm not religiously trying to clear Omega Savage and Monster Hunter Wilds, I will watch Link Cage tonight. Maybe I'll put on my second monitor, but I kind of want to focus on it, so maybe not. I asked him about Foggo Hills a while back, but he ignored it. I know, I'm sorry, I'm on. So, you guys know I have bad tunnel visions. It's a mech. Sign me up. Like Attack on Titan, right? You know how Attack on Titan is a mech? I'm sorry. That's a hot take. No, I'm kidding. I know it's not a mech, but okay, all right, okay. Anyways, let's watch it. Let me put the volume up on my end. Kind of hard to hear.
飞越千元，惊喜，
Jingxi.
你不辞万里的来这虎牢。
Wait, is this already out?
所
Why?
求何为？
我想成为御甲士。
Wait, there's mechs in this kind of world? It's not out yet? Oh, it's not out. Okay.
以5种不同属性的浩然气操纵巨
The
甲
they manipulated the
御甲
mecha?
主之旗，连携守河山。离者为将，
Oh, what the fuck? Is he a robot? Force order like
者
Jang?
为全局，仁者为相，
Force mercy.
护卫，
Guards his teammates?
信者为炮，火力
炮
大戟，智者为马。
No, wait, no comment. Hold up.
提供控制。以者
Oh, that look
为
good.
居，
DPS tanks. Oh, okay, well that looks like a tank. Okay, so I assume he was like the first one was like assault. Then the female mech looked like with the angel wings was probably like the support type, and then clearly the big red one is the tank. What the fuck is this imagery? Holy shit! Hollow City covers an area of 80 square kilometers. Fuck is this? Bro, how do people come up with this? Wow, it's kind of loud. Give me a sec. Wait, I need to click on this. Okay. Okay, she's flying. Okay, you throw charms. She's like an astrologer from FF14, bro. Where it looks like they're fucking flying. Yeah, that looks tight. Not an astrologer. What am I saying? A freaking scholar. Astrologer. That's different. Oh, my man looking like a dragoon with a lance. Okay. Sorry, I'm using like FF14 terminology over here. Oh, shit. Damn, that's a badass tank. Oh, I love the fucking hat he has on. A mecha scholar? Fuck is this, bro? Am I watching Chainsaw Man? Wait, how big is that? Is that him? Is he this little tiny little speck? Damn, it's fucking huge. Wait. Let me rewind that a bit. I actually didn't pay attention to the fucking scaling right there. Oh, yeah, he's looking up. No shit. What the fuck? This thing is big. Okay, he killed the big one, and then a bigger one shows up. He's like, oh, hell no. Jeez, a fucking titan, dude. Nah, bro. It's like a regular schmuck versus Godzilla. Like, bro, what is he gonna do? He fucking threw him. He just fucking flicked it like an ant. Get damn, dude. Oh, shit. They got a big... Oh, they have giant-ass kaijus. I feel like I'm watching Pacific Rim. Oh, my God. This is straight up Pacific Rim. Oh, my God. It's straight up Pacific Rim. This is badass as fuck. Dude, Pacific Rim is like a badass movie. Pacific Rim 2 it's kind of a snooze fest, I'm not gonna lie. But Legend of Mecha Scholars, this is like if Pacific Rim got like an animated sequel done right. Same animation. Wait. Same animation studio as what? As Shanghai. Is that the thing up here? There's a second trailer. Let's watch the second trailer. Yeah, I'll watch the second trailer. Let me watch the second trailer. Legend of the Mecha Scholar? Wait, when was this uploaded? Oh, 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago and it's not out? In DMs? Oh, this one? That look good. You can click the link in DMs? Okay, let me pause this. One sec. No, I'm blind. Hold up. Give me a sec. Oh shit, my eyes are failing me. Legend. Oh, it's right under his trailer too. Gotcha. Oh, that's the one I just clicked on. Oh hell yeah. Okay, we found it. All right, let's watch it. Let's check this bad boy out. Joe's second trailer. All right, let me switch scenes. Trailer 2. Trailer 2. We found it. We found it. Yeah. That's fucked up. Oh shit, are we gonna actually take it off? Fuck, you saw her eye? She's like, oh hell no. I'm sorry, this dude enslaved them? Oh shit, I can't read these subtitles. We just gotta go with it. We gotta go with it. Ugh. Ah! God, so gross, man. Tentacles fucking gross me out. If there's one thing I didn't eat when I was in Japan, it was I can't read, like like you should know Chinese by now, bro. The only thing I know is she. That's it. That's it. That's the only phrase I know. That's it. That's our yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the only phrase I know. That's the only phrase I know when I went abroad all those years ago. Or just to visit. I mean not abroad, like when I traveled. That's the only phrase I picked up on. Ew. That's what the star, it's like star over here. She, close enough. Oh, she. Yeah. She, close enough. See? I still remember. I'm sorry, these are like bio-organic titans? No, that's just a monster. Oh, they fight the monsters and they use the mechs to fight the monsters. It's like Pacific Rim. Right? Like in Pacific Rim. No, she is your pronunciation. Not, oh, Chi. I think it's Chi, right? I think I'm wrong. Oh shit. He's doing the crazy ass anime, you know, when it does the close up? No? I'll be quiet. I'll shut up. I'll shut up now. Oh, I'm interested. I'm in. I'm fucking locked in, bro. This is good. You see, this is so much shit, man, that I just want to watch. There's just I haven't had time. Like, if like for me to like sit down and watch more of this stuff, I can't stream. But I don't want to do that until I finish book 1 of Lord of the Mysteries. What the fuck is that attack? I'm sorry. Was that like a fucking black hole? For like a split sec. The fuck is this blast? Dude, I remember watching Naruto, just because we're watching the Naruto thing right now. The power scaling at the end of the series got fucking crazy. They started blowing up mountains with these big ass explosions like that. What the fuck? So, Legend of the Mecha Scholars. Ling Cage, it looked really good. And then this looks just as good. I think because I like the premise of like fighting kaijus. Or just fighting giant monsters with like giant ass armor. I find that such a cool ass thing. Like Pacific Rim is good, or just kaijus in general, like just fighting giant monsters like Godzilla, all that kind of stuff. I love it, dude. Or even just monster fights. I love it. It's such a cool ass premise. It's very straightforward, right? Like, oh, you fight a big dude with a big thing, but I love it. It looks completely different. It's like this shit made a complete 180. What the fuck is this? Even the city looked crazy in the first trailer. All right, man, I'm down. I don't know where's she at. Is she? I hope she's important. I want more of her. She was very interesting. I like her. I like her character design. It was very straightforward, and also the MC. His design looks really cool. I like this. But read these subtitles. It looks so sick with the impact frames. Yeah, it looks good, man. Is that what it's called? Impact frames? Sorry, my terminology is like really bad, if you can tell. But look good. All right, I'm done. This is something that's gonna go on the backlog. Yeah, I think description should have released year date, maybe. Oh, see? Please be this year, because that other trailer where those show those really spicy characters, I'm like 2027. I'm like, that's in like 2 years. All right. English name: Legends of the Mecha Scholar. First preview was 2023. I don't think it has a release date. No. Or do I just not see it? Sad for the show. Oh, yeah. I don't see it. No date? Damn, no date. So I don't... Maybe this is like the end of next year. The mecha combat system based on the traditional Chinese chess culture. Oh, that's what they were referencing, right? In the first trailer, they kept referencing stuff from like from a chess game. The mecha combat system, based on the traditional Chinese chess culture, designed stylistic details incorporated classical Chinese Bronze Age, 16,000 BC, Shang Dynasty, also known as the Yin Dynasty. You can find the details of the city of the mecha robot designed by the Bronze Age. Oh, so their names and all that references that Chinese game or chess game. That's cool. All right, I guess we'll leave it there. I'm down to check it out. I need to watch Lean Cage first. Like, just by myself, not for a video or anything, just watch it by myself and then maybe do like, and then we will do like a season 1 review thing or something. I just have to watch it. I need to watch that pronto. So we'll try end stream and this video, and then we're gonna start all that on the back burner when I got more free time. All right, guys, peace. Have an amazing day. I'm gonna let you go, okay? Look at that. We just knocked out 2 more trailers. Yeah, watch season 1 and you'll love it. Then season 2 is even better. Oh, yeah, season 2 is out already, right? All right, man. I'll let you go, guys. You guys have a good night. Later, alligators.